The 10 of us.
I don't think that's appropriate schoolwear.
Mom, it's totally fresh.
Fresh? It's 20 years old.
Mom, fresh means it's better than rad.
I just don't think you should wear it to school.
But it's 60s Day, and I want to be the grooviest looking bird on campus.
Oh, Heather, it's just so revealing. And I won't have any daughter of mine prancing around in something she can't even bend over in.
Morning.
Hi.
Hey, Marsh, isn't that the dress you used to wear with no underwear? Hey, Wes, what you doing?
Homework.
Hey, these are women's magazines.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for a recipe. We have to bring one in for home ec class.
Home economics? I thought you were taking wood shop.
Well, I wanted to, but the school board voted that I can't use power tools.
You don't belong in home ec. You're a guy.
So's Mr. Belvedere.
I love the smell of laundry in the morning.
Hey, what kind of example are you setting for the kid?
The same you should be setting for Kevin. Even though he's moved to his own apartment, I still have to do his wash.
Well, what the hell is this?
He wants a pair of Kevin's undershorts.
Looks like Kev had a pretty hot day.
What's that kid doing over there anyway?
Come on, Glenn. Give me a break, will you? This is my last pair, you clothes-sucking furball.
Glenn cannot be helping it. He's on the high-fiber diet.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cared when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get tight.
I can't stand it anymore.
Try dusting the same table for 5 years.
I just can't live with Glenn.
I thought your new roommate's name was Anatole.
It is. Glenn's his goat.
You said your apartment didn't allow pets.
Anatole got off in a technicality. Claimed Glenn was a relative.
Frankly, Kevin, you smell like you hosted a family reunion.
Come on, it's not that bad.
Gee, what stinks? Hi, Kev.
Hi, Dad. Well, I gotta go. I gotta get down to Chetwin's Plumbing Supply.
Oh, yeah? If you're shopping for a new shower head, be sure to use it.
No, it's for my business course. See, we have to observe a real business and see how it works.
Yeah, well, couldn't you observe something a little flashier, like a Ferrari dealership?
I was late to class the day they gave out the assignments. It was either a plumbing warehouse or prisoner delousing. Anyway, I gotta borrow the plunger.
Oh, it's under the sink. Be sure and put it back. Wesley needs it for the Christmas pageant. He wrote his own part this year.
Hey, Ralph, when you're through there, I got a new shipment of copper pipe. Needs to be unpacked.
You got it, boss.
This is the warehouse, Owens. The elbow joint, you might say, the whole company.
Elbow joint. Got it.
Casey.
Hey, Tony! We're paying you by the hour, not the cigarettes.
Hey, Casey.
What do you need, Mr. Palmer?
Casey O'Connell. Kevin Owens. Hi. Casey's our warehouse foreman.
Great. It's about time I got some help. Give Tony a hand with the urinals.
Oh, Kevin isn't here to work. He's from the college. He's here to observe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so be nice to him, and maybe he'll come back and run the place for us when he graduates.
So, what exactly do you do?
I work.
Ah, great. Oh, Miss O'Connell, Fawcett is spelled with a U, not a W.
Look, college boy, let's get a few things straight. This may be playtime for you, but this is my job. I don't work, I don't eat.
Hey, I do understand the concept of work.
Good. Then you can just sit right over there and watch some.
Fine.
You ever build a birdhouse, Belvedere?
No. That's what nests are for.
Is Wesley back yet?
I haven't seen him.
I'm sure wherever he is, someone is regretting it.
He went to the supermarket. It's part of his home economics class. He's trying to see how far he can stretch a dollar.
I think the lad's in for a rude awakening.
We're back.
What'd you do, Wes? Rob the store?
No, I used coupons.
It took us like an hour to check out. The lady behind us went into labor.
Anyway, Mom, here's your change.
Thank you. $35. I only gave you a 20.
Yeah, I know. See, I only bought things that were on sale, and I had a whole bunch of double coupons, and I went to the store on triple coupon day. They came out owing me money.
Hey, that's great, champ. Why can't you do that, Belvedere?
I could, George, but we'd only end up with a lot of things we don't want or couldn't use.
Not necessarily.
Ho-hos. You bought me ho-hos?
Yep, 12 cartons.
What the hell's going on here? Come on, guys, get your butts back to work.
Morning.
Uh-huh.
I, got you this.
Yeah?
Well, you know, you and I, we kind of got off on the wrong foot, and I wanted you to know I was an okay kind of guy, and so are you.
Okay.
Aren't you going to open it? It's a coffee cup.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, sorry I left the seat up.
Casey, to the loading dock. Casey, to the loading dock.
Casey. I'll get it. Warehouse, Owen speaking. Yeah, sure, I can take an order. What do you need? 400 sump pumps. Hey, no problem. We'll ship them right out. You want them gift wrapped? Okay.
What was that all about?
Oh, I just moved 400 sump pumps.
From where to where?
Well, from us to Septic City. If we get them there by 5 o'clock, they'll even waive the volume discount.
Great. There's only one little problem. We don't have any pumps, sump or otherwise. We're back ordered till January.
Oh.
Yeah, so now I have to go back to Septic City and try to clean up your stupid mess, all because you just wanted to play plumber's helper.
Hey, I made a mistake, all right? You don't have to jump down my throat.
Why not? They're going to be jumping down mine.
Look, I'm sorry. I mean, what can I say?
Nothing. You don't have to say a thing, so why don't you just go and
Sit over there.
Fat. 328 milligrams. Yeah, sodium. 74 milligrams. Overcooked veggies. Nutritional value, Zipola. I'm sorry, Mr. Belvedere, but I'm gonna have to write you up.
What are you supposed to be, the food police?
No, I'm just going by the Surgeon General's guidelines. Frankly, for this meal, you'd get the chair.
Now, just a minute. Let me remind you that I've cooked for everyone, from Gandhi to Winston Churchill.
Yeah, and they're all dead. Well, at least one thing's edible.
Your sister will be delighted to hear that. She's tie-dyeing a T-shirt.
Go fish.
Please, to be stopped
stopping that. You're stinking up whole joint.
No, he is sticking up whole joints.
I am not talking to you until you come down off your low horse.
Reeks. My apartment reeks.
Your apartment
Yeah.
is 50-50 split.
Ah, see, now you're getting it. I want your 50 to split.
No way, Habib. Glenn likes it here.
Glenn does not get a vote.
Oh, this is a fine. How do you do it? I plan big party and you want us out.
What party?
Oh, it's big blow up for all foreign exchange students.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It's Rimsky-Korsakov's birthday.
Hey, I don't care whose corset Rimsky ripped off. I want you and that car-carrying stink bomb out of here.
Don't hold your nose.
And while we're at it, I thought you said you were going to keep that bearded trash compactor out of my room.
I say a lot of things.
Yeah, well, I take enough abuse at work from hard-hatted Hannah. I don't need to come home to hoof jam on my bedspread. Yeah.
You guys want to keep it down in there?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
What? Since when?
This morning.
All right, let me get this straight. You actually live here?
Mm-hmm. Right next door.
Oh, that's great. No, really, that's terrific. I mean, there must be 1,000 other buildings you could have moved into. Why'd you have to move here?
I didn't see a sign with your name on it. Although I should have recognized your smell.
Hey, it's not my smell. It's the goats.
You're roasting one?
I live with one.
Oh, so that's what you college clowns are into these days.
You know, you really have a big problem.
Yeah? Well, at least I'm paying my own way.
And what is that supposed to mean?
You go to college full-time and can afford this place. You don't need a PhD to figure out Mommy and Daddy are footing the bills.
Well, you know, they help a little, but I do the rest. You're acting like I'm privileged or something.
Master Kevin, your laundry. Chef Wesley has informed me that dinner will be delayed.
Oh. No, look, I think it's a wonderful idea. When he's older, he'll be glad he can cook for himself.
That's assuming they allow him a hot plate in his cell.
What's he making anyway?
He wouldn't let me see. My best guess is he's boiling fish sticks.
I'd say it's 50-50. We all end up with botulism.
Yeah, though your brother's working very hard on this meal.
Your mother's quite right. So just spit it in your napkin and I'll whip up something later.
Ladies and gentlemen, and you too, Heather, dinner is served.
You okay, big guy? You left before dessert.
What was it?
Oh, he called it something French. But it had all kinds of chocolate, strawberry sauce, lots of fluffy whipped cream. It was pretty good.
Yes, well, I wasn't hungry.
Oh, is that why there's 4 empty boxes of Ho-Hos on the ground?
It grieves me to say this, but I think I'm jealous of Wesley.
Why?
It's my own fault. I've grown complacent.
Hey, you're big boned. You can get away with it.
George, I mean I've grown lazy in the kitchen.
Big guy, you're just in a slump. You got to get a bigger lead off first.
George.
And keep your cleats up when you go into your slide.
George, I
And try to keep the dirt out of your mouth when you dive for home.
George, I don't know when I've been so moved.
Okay, pal. Just remember, don't let yourself get psyched out before you step up to the plate. The dinner plate, I mean.
You're right, George. That's exactly what I've been doing. I've let that pint-sized Wolfgang Puck scare me out of my own kitchen.
Hey, where are you going?
To hit a home run. Over there. Young Owens,
Yeah?
this kitchen isn't big enough for the both of us.
It isn't big enough for the both of you.
I demand satisfaction.
Huh?
I challenge you to a cook-off.
I don't smell smoke.
Excuse me?
You were banging on my wall, pal. This place better be on fire.
Hey, your music's too loud.
It's heavy metal. It's supposed to be.
Come on, Casey, will you cut me some slack? I've got 2 tests tomorrow. My jerk of a roommate finally took a stupid goat to the drive-in, and now I have to go head-to-head with the wicked witch of the plumbing world.
What's the matter? Are you afraid you might flunk out and have to work for a living?
Casey, I go to school all day. When I come home, I have to study.
Come on, Kevy. I work all day. When I come home, I need to relax.
Okay. Now, I've tried to be nice. But frankly, boss, you are crowding me.
Well, now you know how I feel at work.
I'm standing right here.
Was this your stupid idea?
Uh-huh. Sure.
Why didn't you run it by me first?
Well, there wasn't time.
Thanks.
Owens, I don't mind telling you, I thought this was pretty crazy when you came up with it. But by golly, it's beautiful. It's sort of like the ice capades.
Mr. Palmer, we're not really going to keep doing this, are we?
Are you kidding? The orders keep flying out of here.
Owens, I'm going to get you for this.
This is a straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh, relax, Kevin. There are no camels here. Act like that's horses.
Listen, I want you, your friends, and their barnyard buddies out of here.
Loosen up, Rumi. We're having a party.
Yeah. I don't give a Hungarian zitherpick what you're having. You're gone.
No.
What did you say?
I said no. You're going to have to make me, homeboy.
No problem. Out. Okay, who's next? Come on. That's right. Come on.
You are stinking American pigskin.
I'll go along with that stinking part.
What happened to you?
Oh, well, thanks to your little roller skating scheme, I fell and broke my ankle.
Look, I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as I am. I'm going to be out of work for 8 weeks. How am I supposed to pay my rent on workman's comp?
Well, how should I know?
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you started playing roller derby.
Here, why don't you sit down and yell at me?
Fine. Just don't touch me, okay?
Hey, look, I'm just trying to help.
Oh, I think you've done enough already, college boy.
You know, what is it with you, Casey? All right, maybe I messed up your foot, but you have been on my case with all this college stuff since day one.
Well, how would you feel if every time you were up for a promotion, some college punk strolled in and took it away from you?
Oh, so that's what this is all about. You think I want your job? I don't want your crummy job.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Rosy Future, but that crummy job is all I've got. All I'm ever gonna get.
Well, look, it's just maybe you should quit blaming college for all your problems and try going there yourself.
Forget it. That's stupid. I can't afford college. I can't even afford to pay my rent.
Yeah. Well, why don't you move in here?
What?
Well, look, I mean, you need a place to stay, and I need a roommate. Besides, boss, I owe you one.
I'd like to tell you to take a flying leap. But frankly, I've got nothing better.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
Okay, but no funny stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't dream of it. And no playing the stereo when I'm trying to study.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, and no overnight guests.
And no overnight goats.
That's my burner.
I have first dibs.
It's 9 o'clock and I gotta eat something. It's empty.
We're using everything for the cook-off.
Well, can you hurry up? Dad's starting to gnaw at the table.
We're keeping the judges waiting.
Good food takes time, but I guess you wouldn't know that.
You're going to have to eat those words, you little twit. And they'll taste far better than your food.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
On guard.
Dinner is served.
And may the best chef win.
Don't worry, Wesley, I will.
Hey, where'd everyone go?
Oh.
Hi, guys. Boy, a nice stuff.
You guys already ate?
Already? It's after 11. You guys can cook till dawn. We went out for some chili dogs.
But what about all this food?
Oh, don't worry. We'll just pop it in the microwave and have it tomorrow.
Pop it in the microwave. What a fanciful notion.
Anybody even know where the bicarbonate is?
I'll race you.
Oh. Now we'll never know who's best.
Actually, we wouldn't have anyway. I sabotaged your stroganoff.
Well, to be truthful, I put the fish heads back in your bouillabaisse. Wesley, you didn't do anything to the turkey, did you?
Uh-uh. Did you mess with my prime rib?
Never laid a glove on it.
Bet I can eat more than you.
There's one born every minute. Mr. Belvedere will continue in a moment. I'm not quite sure what's going on at Kevin's apartment, but at least his laundry is no longer in tatters. It did, however, include a pair of lace panties. There's either a healthy, rational explanation for this, or a good movie of the week. As for Wesley, he has conceded that I am the undisputed king of the kitchen. In turn, I magnanimously allowed him to win our grand eat-off.
Mr. Belvedere, I feel sick.
I feel just dandy.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, hints that murder with a homosexual backdrop was behind the USS Iowa tragedy. But apparently none of that happened. How did the story surface?
Monday, when a field trip becomes a matter of life and death, it's MacGyver's greatest challenge.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Do I know you?
Probably not. Mom, this is James Montgomery. You know the little boy I babysit for on the weekends?
Oh, yes. It's very nice to meet you, James.
The pleasure's all mine, ma'am.
A well-mannered child in this kitchen. I must call Ripley's.
James' mom was called out of town, so I told her he could stay with us for the next week.
Oh, that's nice, dear. What?
Oh, it'll be all right, I promise. I'll feed him and everything.
Heather, a young man requires a little more care than a stray puppy.
Or in Wesley's case, a rabid jackal.
You really should have discussed this with Dad and me first.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Owens. I'm sure James is a polite young man. If not, we can always tie him under the porch and feed him table scraps.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate, Carl Putnam. We represent the Happy Guys of Pittsburgh.
Helping others happily. That's our motto.
Well, you can help yourself right out of here. The last time I saw you guys, you tried to drag me into some devil worship thing.
Our little Halloween party may have gotten a wee bit out of hand, but we've cleaned house.
Yeah, now you won't find so much as a deviled egg.
George, who's here?
Marcia, you remember the Happy Guys, Bert and Carl?
Oh, yes. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
This guy slays me. Doesn't he slay you, girl?
Well, it's easy for you to say, Bert. You're not Tweedledum.
Won't you come in and sit down?
Oh, well, thank you. Now, I don't want to alarm you folks, but there's a mad criminal on the loose, and he's attacking the women of Beaver Falls.
What does he do?
He steals their high-heeled shoes.
It's no laughing matter. Well, last night he stole my wife's best open-toed pumps. She's currently under sedation.
Well, he called the police?
Unfortunately, this is what they consider a low-priority item.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's scandalous. I mean, it's scandalous.
That's why we're here. You've got to help us.
Hey, I'm a sportscaster. I don't know anything about catching criminals. Unless they've stolen home.
Anyway, George, old pal, we need your house for our meetings.
What meetings?
Tell him, Bert.
We formed our own neighborhood protection group, the Guardian Happy Guys.
We're going to make the streets safe for decent human beings.
I think I better warn Wesley.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live a good life yet.
At this straight, you're telling me you've never had detention?
That's correct. Although I once had to stay after school to accept a good conduct medal.
Where'd you find this geek, Heather?
Wesley, you can't speak to James that way. Most people do.
Wesley, James will be staying with us for 1 week. Surely you can impersonate a human being for that long?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means quit acting like a jerk. Actually, Miss Heather, a jerk is a dull or stupid person. Wesley seems to be neither of those. I'm afraid you've misspoken.
You know, kid, you may not be a total zero after all.
Well, you can certainly learn something from him.
Maybe he can learn something from me.
Yeah, you want to come to order, please? Fellas, you want to quiet down and we'll start.
Gee, he's kind of high-strung, isn't he?
Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the first meeting of the Guardian Happy Guys.
Hey, who ate all the crab puppies?
George had one.
Now, the high-heel bandit, as we have dubbed him, has eluded the police so far. But we, the Guardian Happy Guys, are going to see to it that he's captured and brought to justice.
Do we get to wear hats? You mean like golf hats with our own logo on them?
I didn't know we had a logo.
No, we don't have a logo, and we don't need hats.
Hey, but we did have these new buttons made up.
You bad guys, cut it out. Little rough, don't you think?
Now, the first order of business is to divide ourselves into patrol teams.
As long as we're dividing up into teams, why don't we get up a softball game?
Hey, can I play first base?
Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, honey. Come over here. Give your old mom a big hug.
Where's everybody?
Your sister and brother are upstairs watching TV. Daddy and Mr. Belvedere are in the living room forming a vigilante group. And I have been exiled to the kitchen, so I'm doing my nails.
Dad and Mr. Belvedere are doing what?
Oh, they're having a meeting with that group of happy guys to track down the high-heel bandit.
You're kidding.
Take a look.
Why are they marching around 2 by 2?
I think they're doing the Virginia Reel.
Mom, Mr. Belvedere's dipping Dad.
And remember now, we're only the eyes and ears of the police. If you see the high-heel bandit, do not try to apprehend him. Do not take any aggressive action yourself.
Hell, this is worse than none. I thought my part was over when the crab puppies disappeared.
Well, let's just get this over with.
Oh, I think it's too late to go patrolling tonight, don't you, Bert?
Way too late.
We do have time for turkey in the straw.
I still don't get why we're dancing.
It fosters teamwork, George. They say the Steelers do the bossa nova.
Now pay attention, kid. Maybe a little of the Owens magic will rub off on you. What's this?
Hot water bottle?
If you're not even going to try, we'll stop this lesson right now.
Sorry, I promise I'll try to think meaner.
Good. Now what you have here is your basic whoopee cushion. You place it on the principal's chair right before assembly. Then when he sits down after the Pledge of Allegiance...
That's not very nice.
Exactly. Now check this out.
Even I know that. That's a rubber snake.
Wrong. It's the real McCoy.
But serpents are not indigenous to the Beaver Falls area.
They are now. Quick, put him under that magazine on the chair.
But that's Heather's magazine. Won't she be startled?
At least.
Hey, Wes, have you seen my 17 magazine? I believe it's over there. Thanks, James.
Well?
I never knew it could be like this.
I don't know why we're sitting out here freezing our hooters off.
Well, if we're going to catch the high-heel bandit, we must sacrifice a little comfort.
I don't see you sacrificing any of those donuts.
If you're going to be nasty, I shall go home and you'll be the only happy guy on the streets without a patrol buddy.
I am not your buddy, and I am not a happy guy.
Since you are obviously unable to be pleasant, I suggest we keep our mouths shut and our eyes open.
You got it.
Fine.
Hey, Belvedere?
Now what?
I think I drank too much coffee. We better find a gas station.
You know we are not allowed to leave the stakeout for any reason.
Fine. I'll just use that bush over there.
Of course, that's your decision, but we're here to uphold the law, not to break it.
Huh?
Well, for one thing, there's indecent exposure. Vandalism. Defacing public property.
Okay, you made your point. I'll tough it out.
That's the spirit.
Belvedere?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me a story?
About?
You know, to take my mind off things.
Oh, very well. Once upon a time, there was a man who lived under Niagara Falls. All day long, he did nothing but listen to the rush of the raging waters.
Stop that story!
Stay tuned for Shock Fear Theater. Tonight's presentation, The Killer Bra Strap in 3D.
The whole evening shot to hell. Hey, Wes, why aren't you in bed?
Somebody had to wait up for Mom.
Huh?
When it got late and you guys didn't come home, she got worried and went out looking for you.
Hey, Marshall, what happened?
Oh, George. He got me.
Who?
The high heel bandit.
All of a sudden, I feel something in my back, and a voice in my ear says, "Give me those pumps or I'll pump you full of lead."
What happened then?
This is the worst part. I gave him my brand new snakeskin pumps. I paid $350 for them.
You what?
Down from $500? Oh, George, don't be angry. I've been violated.
Well, so have I.
Folks, I'm trying to make a report here.
Sorry.
I'm just sick about this.
Hi, I'm Bert Hammond. This is my associate, Carl Putnam. We represent...
Just get in here.
Came right over as soon as we heard about the missus.
Yeah, we picked up the police call on the scanner in my car. Oh, by the way, your car's being towed.
You know, you guys are supposed to be in charge of getting this dirtbag off the street. Now, I want to know what you're going to do about this.
Ooh, he's got spunk, Bert.
Yeah, real spunk. Have you ever considered becoming a junior happy guy?
Look, I'll do whatever I can to catch this jerk.
Yeah, we do need to take stronger measures.
I'd say this calls for another meeting.
Maybe we should have it here.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
I'll be here.
I'll bring the accordion.
Hey, Wes.
Yeah.
Have you seen James? I went up to his room to look for him, and I found this note on his pillow. It says, "I didn't do it."
Didn't do what?
Wesley, I hope you have a way of putting this chicken back together.
I didn't do it.
Then who did?
James.
Ridiculous. He's far too innocent to have masterminded something like this. He must have had help.
Hey, all I did was show the kid a few basic moves. Can I help it if he's a natural?
Wesley, you're poisoning his mind. I forbid you to teach him anything else.
Okay, but he's tasted success. You'll probably be hearing from him again.
Now, if you'll both excuse me, I am going upstairs to change. I seem to have fouled myself.
Mr. Belvedere! Oh, Mr. Belvedere, I need you! Mr. Belvedere!
What is it? My hands are rather full. Oh, dear.
You have to help me find James.
First, we must find Lady Clairol.
That pint-sized Al Capone put blue dye in my shampoo.
No doubt after you put Pop Rocks in my souffle.
This is all Wesley's fault. I'm gonna pound him right after I smack James bald-headed.
Good Lord, Wesley, what have you done?
Nothing yet.
Then what's that?
What's left on my new 10-speed? I told James he could write it.
Apparently he rode it through hell.
Wesley, you created this monster. You have to stop him. Hey, Westman! Looks like something happened to your bike.
This isn't funny.
Loosen up, dude. Where's your sense of humor?
Seems to have gone up in smoke.
Hey, Tubbs, your beach ball's lopsided.
They call me Mr. Tubbs.
James, I want you to quit acting like this. What happened to that sweet little kid I used to babysit? That geek? He's history. By the way, I love what you've done with your hair.
Come on, Belvedere! You're not getting out of this.
I couldn't find a bag to match my shoes.
My, don't we look lovely this evening?
Knock it off. Let's just get this over with.
All right, you are, cutie. Gentlemen, or perhaps I should say ladies.
Not to me.
This gives new meaning to the word dragnet.
Now, for everyone's protection and safety, we'll work in pairs. By strolling the streets as women, we'll catch the high-heel bandit right where he lives.
Well, if we know where he lives, Bert, why don't we just go over to his house?
That's it. I'm
I'm out of here.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not going anywhere without my best girlfriend.
Just don't try to borrow my lipstick. Hey, where's Kevin? Kevin?
Yeah.
My God, you look stunning.
I know, I can't help it.
Gee, kid, couldn't you have gone a little easier on the eyeshadow?
Not according to Cosmo.
Well, you better be careful. You could get picked up.
Hey, Dad, that's not funny.
You are wearing your own underwear, aren't you?
Of course I am.
That explains the visible panty line.
Let's go. Now remember, if you sit down, keep your knees together.
Here you go, Belvedere. You sit down and I'll wait for the bandit in the bushes.
Why should I have to be baked?
Let's just say you're easy to spot from a distance.
Very well. George, what should I do if the bandit tries to accost me?
Play hard to get.
You don't. Somebody's coming. Look. Good evening, my dear.
Look, honey, your kind belongs over by the fish pond. I'm working this end of the park. Beat it.
Evening, miss.
Good evening, officer.
A little late for a lady to be out by herself at night.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
You should be. Yeah, there's some nut running around stealing women's shoes right off their feet.
Oh, silly. Nobody would want my shoes.
I guess you're right. Still, you ought to think about going home.
Thank you, officer. I will.
Say, what's your sign?
Dead end! Dead end! Well, that was a big bust.
How do women keep from freezing to death in these things?
Well, at least you weren't hit on. God, men can be such animals.
Tell me about it.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, where have you been, Bert?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. The high-heel bandits struck again while you were out on patrol.
Where?
Over by the dairy.
The one place we didn't have a team.
I think it's time to try the police.
No, don't do that. I told you they're not interested. Besides, we can handle this by ourselves.
I'm not wearing any more girdles.
You should have tried one with a tummy tamer.
Hey, if you're so sure we can get this guy, how come you didn't dress up and go on patrol with us?
Well, somebody's got to run the operation, and it should be the one who knows the most about the crimes.
Yes, you do seem well informed about the high-heel bandit.
Well, let's just say I understand him.
Perhaps you can tell us how it is that he knows exactly where or when we're patrolling.
Maybe he's psychic.
Or maybe he's Bert.
Oh, you're crazy.
You take that back. Bert never stole anything.
Oh, really? Who told us first about the high-heel bandit?
Bert.
And who told us not to go to the police because they wouldn't be interested?
Bert.
And who's the one who's most obsessed with the shoe collection of the high-heel bandit? When the rest of us wouldn't know the difference between a Harachi and an espadrille.
Well, any fool knows that a Harachi is a woven flat-heel sandal, while an espadrille is a canvas wedgie with a rope sole.
How could you do it?
I didn't. I couldn't. I have this cane.
You never had a cane before.
Get it! No, fellas, you got to understand. You got to give me a chance to explain this. You see, I was a shoe salesman for 35 years. It's in my blood. I can't help myself. I'm sick. I promised to get therapy. Will you guys let me off the hook?
What are you doing, James?
Making sure there's one less bird bath in the world.
You can't blow up the Huffnagel's bird bath. Somebody might get hurt.
Somebody might get hurt if they don't get off my case.
Look, kid. Real pranks require planning, timing, and above all, finesse.
Finesse.
Yeah. Without a certain grace and dignity, a prank is just a mean trick. Or in this case, a crime.
Oh, give me a break.
I will. I'll promise to keep this a secret. But you have to promise to stop acting like me.
It's too late, Wes. I've seen the other side of the mountain.
If I rat on you, you're going to be seeing the other side of a set of bars.
Do you do that to me?
Try me.
Okay. You win. Want me to show you how to disarm it?
Hey, this is the king you're talking to.
Ready to go home, James? Sure, Heather. Okay, let's hit the road. Could I have a moment alone with Wesley, please? Okay, I'll just put your bag in the car. Good. Thank you, Wesley, for almost an enlightening stay.
The enlightenment was mutual. Guess I'll see you.
See ya. Are you sure you disconnected that detonator correctly?
Hey, piece of cake.
Good.
Wesley! There's a bird bath in my crumb cake! The Beaver Falls crime sprees, both civil and domestic, have finally come to an end. With only Wesley's demented tricks to fear, it's almost like being on holiday. But the high-heel bandit was let off with a fine and a stern warning to steer clear of ladies' footwear and the feet on which it gathers. My part in his capture has left me with my dignity only slightly askew. Others were not quite so fortunate. Come in.
Mr. Belvedere, can I borrow a pair of gloves until the crazy glue wears off?
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, carnival time in Rio. But with inflation at 1,000%, there's not much to celebrate. That's our story tonight.
Sunday at 7, limber up sports fans for a Frisbee hoop toss and the smallest indoor ski.
Ah, hello, Kevin.
Oh, hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Someone having a sale of used food?
Oh, no, this stuff's from my apartment. They're fumigating it for roaches and everything had to go, including me.
Well, at least you didn't bring your dirty laundry.
It's in the car.
Fine. Just toss in a box of Tide and push it in the river.
Yeah, come on in, Carl.
Hi, Kevin. Can I borrow your history notes? Oh, I just came back from a date.
With who? The Temptations?
I had high tea with Esther Blodgett.
Who?
She's a 68-year-old widow with bursitis.
Carl, what are you talking about?
It's my new part-time job. I provide companionship for lonely women.
Oh, yeah? That's really nice.
Yeah, and it pays a bundle.
Huh?
I'm a professional escort.
Hey, you sure this is legal?
Yeah, and the agency's always on the lookout for clean-cut, suave-looking guys like me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, if you see any, give me a call.
Is there something interesting on the news?
No, we're looking for Dad.
But he's gone to Russia.
We're watching a protest march in Moscow.
Now we know he's arrived.
I think it's really neat. I mean, my father's a sportscaster in this cultural exchange program.
Yeah, but I don't get it. I mean, Pittsburgh sent them Dad, and all we got was a dancing bear.
Sounds like a fair trade to me.
I can't believe this. Heating bill, $670. Electric bill, $510. And they sent us a loan application with the phone bill. This is just horrible. We're going to have to cut back on expenses.
You could fire my violin teacher.
I could cut back on liquor and cigarettes.
Very funny. No, we're just going to have to start by cutting back on unnecessary expenses, like all this junk food.
Oh, please, Mrs. Owens. Let's not panic.
But we have to do something. Do you have any ideas, Mr. Belvedere?
Oh, many. But it would involve a good deal of sacrifice. And I don't think you're up to it.
Says who?
Yeah.
Well, if you're so determined, I think I could implement a few energy-saving measures for the house.
Wonderful. When do we start?
No time like the present.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cared when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get tight.
Mr. Belvedere, it's getting cold in here.
Can't we turn up the heat?
I tried, but there's a padlock on the thermostat.
Nice touch, don't you think?
Oh, there's no hot water.
Of course there is. You just have to pay for it with a ration coupon.
Huh?
We used them in England during the war. We were allotted so much clothing, so much food, so much gas.
Guess you had plenty of both.
So you're really going to stick us with those things?
Indeed. And if you spend them wisely, you'll be able to have all the conveniences that you need. Like hot water, hair dryers, and reruns of Gilligan's Island.
Hey, that's right. It's on now.
You're gonna be great, buddy. I can tell you're a natural.
Gee, Kev, you must have a really hot date.
Yeah, bring her over. We could stand around her and warm our hands.
Where you going, honey?
I'm, starting a new job tonight.
Oh? So, what exactly is your new job, Kevin?
Well, I'm in what you might call a service industry.
Yeah, he sort of gets dressed up and provides a service.
Like a doctor?
More like a babysitter.
What?
Mom, I'm an escort.
You mean those people that women pay to go out with them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, my brother's a hooker.
I can assure you, Mrs. Owens, Kevin is a highly trained Ed's Affordable Escorts professional. There's absolutely no hanky-panky involved.
Oh, gee, Kevin, I don't know about this. I don't like it at all. But, you're old enough to make your own decisions.
Thanks, Mom.
Regardless of how your mother feels. Come along, children.
I can't do this. Oh, yes, you can. Come on, Kevin. All you have to do is take out a nice, sweet old lady. What's the big deal?
So I says to my ex, I says, Lou, the minute the ink is dry in the divorce settlement, I'm jumping the first set of young bones that gets in my way. And it's you, sweet cheeks, champagne.
No, thanks. I don't drink.
Suit yourself.
Excuse me, can you drop me off at the next corner? I live there.
At the sewage treatment plant.
I'm a student. The rent's cheap.
Okay, I'll drop you. After one more turn around the city.
Hey, it's freezing in here.
Yeah, well, it's gonna warm up pretty quick.
What's the matter?
I thought you said I'd get a sweet old lady.
didn't you?
Hardly. I got this crazy sex bot who cornered me in a limo and wouldn't take her hands off me.
I'm shocked. What's your number?
Carl, this isn't funny. I've got a Corinthian leather rash you wouldn't believe. I've had it.
Kevin, I'm disappointed in you. One bad experience and you quit? I thought you were a professional. Huh? How do you ever expect to get anywhere in life? When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
You want something, don't you?
All you have to do is take a sweet old lady out on the town.
No way.
Oh, come on. It's an emergency.
Oh? What's her name?
Claudette.
You mean that French exchange student from France?
Oui, oui, oui.
Forget it.
Oh, I could introduce you to her American cousin, Fifi Lipschitz.
God, please, please don't let her be another man-eater. Thank you. Hi, Kevin, I'm your date.
Oh, I'm Florence.
Is something the matter?
But I was expecting someone a little bit older.
Oh. Well, these are for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
So, where are we off to this evening?
Well, that depends. Have you ever heard of Tex Beneke?
Oh, yeah, I know him. Shortstop for the Red Sox, right?
Oh, okay. Can you do the jitterbug?
No, but I have a nervous tick.
Oh, dear. I did ask specifically for someone who could dance. I just knew this escort thing wouldn't work. It is the last time I'm going to get a date out of the Yellow Pages.
Hey, come on, wait a minute. If it means anything, I was the hokey pokey champ in the 3rd grade.
Well, I already had the tickets. And it sure beats sitting at home watching the Golden Girls.
So what do you say we give it a shot?
Let's go, pal. I tick a ticky tick, a tick a ticky tock, a tick a tick. Hey, kid, don't poop out on me now.
Hey, it's just fun to dance show if you have 3 flights of stairs.
I'm the one who threw you over my shoulder to get it. I haven't won a dance trophy since Atlantic City, 1945. My husband and I danced all night, and then we got married at sunrise.
Boy, it sounds like you two had a lot of fun.
Oh, we really did. I still miss him. Say, how about a cup of coffee for the road?
Oh, I wish I could, but I've got an early class.
Oh.
I should go.
Well, haven't you forgotten something?
What?
Your fee.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that.
Here you go. And keep the change.
Thanks.
Here.
You know, I had such a good time tonight. I feel kind of strange taking this.
Hey, Count Basie's band's coming to town next week. Are you up to learning the Lindy?
You bet.
Mr. Belvedere, what happened to the telephone?
Right here.
A payphone? How am I supposed to call Angela?
Try collect.
Forget it, I'll just drive to her house.
Oh, Heather. You've used up all your gas coupons.
Get it?
Carl, what happened to you?
The sweet old lady I went out with last night wasn't sweet, wasn't old, and at about 10 o'clock I found out he wasn't a lady.
Gee, Carl, that's too bad.
And what's going on with you, pal? I was just down at the agency, and they told me you turned down your last 3 jobs.
So?
So I might have to refund my finder's fee.
Well, I've been busy.
With what?
With Florence. We've been seeing a lot of each other.
Oh, I get it. She's been paying you under the table. Good scam, Kev.
Oh, Carl, I'm not charging her.
What?
Well, I'm seeing her because I like her.
That's sick.
Hey, come on. She's a sweet old lady. She's probably living off Social Security. What do you want me to do, squeeze every last dime out of her?
I would.
Whoa, you are a maniac behind the wheel. I mean, you sent those 2 sailors flying.
You put me in a bumper car and I lose all control. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, I'll just have whatever you're having.
All right, 1 prune juice coming up. Oh. Say, how did you make out on your ancient history exam?
I got a C minus.
Oh, you should have called me. I probably was there.
Flo, you have a really great sense of humor.
You do, too, to put up with me.
Oh, what are you talking about? You're a lot more fun to go out with than most of the girls I usually date.
We really do get along, don't we?
Yeah, sure. I think so.
Me, too. So, as I say, what the hey? Let's do it.
You mean the two of us here? Right now?
No, we could wait a couple of weeks. We could make it a big event. I could invite all your friends and relatives.
You mean to watch?
Well, certainly. I could rent some chairs and get Beverly, my neighbor, to sing.
Florence, what are we talking about?
Our wedding.
Our what? You're proposing to me?
Sure, why not?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is all so sudden. I mean, I'm still in college.
People in college get married.
I don't even have a job.
Neither do I. That gives us more time together.
No, Florence, I really...
Look, if it's the money you're worried about, I have more than enough for the two of us.
Florence, I refuse to live off your Social Security.
Who's talking about Social Security? I have $7 million in the bank.
Remodeling it.
Why are you all out here? It's freezing.
It's warmer out here than it is in there.
This stuff sure doesn't throw much heat.
What are you burning, anyway?
Your immigration papers.
I'd give anything for a hot meal.
You could have had one. If you hadn't blown all your ration coupons on your Lady Norelco.
Hey, let's go down to the railroad tracks. I hear it's stew night.
What are we waiting for?
Well, no sense in wasting a good fire. Hello, Kevin. Care to join me?
No, thanks. Mr. Belvedere, what do you think about marrying an older woman?
If the Queen Mother asked me, I might consider it.
It's talking about me.
I was afraid of that.
See, I met this really nice lady, Florence. We've been getting along great, and she asked me to marry her.
How old is this very nice lady?
65.
Kevin, why would you even consider marrying a 65-year-old woman?
Because she loves me. And she has $7 million that she wants to leave all to me.
Will we be needing a housekeeper?
This is serious, Mr. Belvedere.
Well, Kevin, answer me one question. If Florence didn't have all that money, would you still want to marry her? Good night, Kevin.
Mom, everybody, I have an announcement. I'm getting married.
What? To who?
Oh, nobody special, just some girl.
What girl?
Well, actually, she's more than a girl. She's actually kind of like a woman. And I met her at work.
You're marrying some bimbo who's been paying you to squire her around town?
Gee, Kev, you must have squired her pretty good.
Hey, look, guys.
Hey, look, guys. Me, mister. I saw The Graduate. I know all about these sex-crazed middle-aged women trying to get their hooks into innocent young boys.
Mom.
I can just see her. She probably wears 4 tons of jewelry and 2 inches of makeup.
It's not like
I want to meet this woman tonight. Here, face to face.
Oh, this is like being at the equator.
Yeah, it must be almost 65 degrees in here.
Get too comfortable. There's a cold front on its way.
Where's that cradle-robbing hussy?
Mom, take it easy, please.
I won't rest until I've had it out with that tramp.
You know, you're really over the top here.
I am not. The mother lioness must protect her lionettes.
Is that anything like The mother raisin must protect her raisinets?
As long as I draw breath, no son of mine is going to be eaten alive by some oversexed she-wolf. Can I help you?
Mrs. Owens, I'm Florence Talbot.
Who?
Kevin's fiancée.
Kevin, can we have a word? All right, young man, what is going on?
What do you mean?
Just exactly how old is your fiancé?
65 and a half.
Do you think this is funny? Why didn't you tell me this before?
Mom, I tried. Anyway, would it have made any difference?
All right, Kevin, let's try to discuss this reasonably.
Okay.
You think you want to marry this Florence person. Just tell me why.
She loves me.
Oh, come on, Kevin. The woman is 3 times your age. There's got to be more to it than that.
Maybe.
So, how about that new super polygrip?
Are you and Kevin planning on having kids right away?
Why don't you children go and play in the traffic? Scram.
What do you think they're talking about in there?
Oh, baseball, the weather, the total implausibility of a marriage between a 20-year-old boy and a woman who's old enough to know better.
You don't mince words, do you?
Not where Kevin is concerned.
You know, it occurs to me that I really didn't think this thing through.
Well, if it's any consolation to you, I don't think Kevin did either.
Look, Kevin, I'm sure that Florence is a very nice person, but she's nearly 70 years old. You've got your whole life in front of you. What about your future?
What future? I mean, let's face it, Mom. I'm an ordinary guy. I studied my butt off at school, and I still have a C average.
So?
So the woman is worth $7 million. I mean, what am I ever going to do in life that's going to top that? Florence.
I think I've created enough trouble tonight. I'd better be going.
Oh, no, actually, we were just leaving.
Well, I guess that sounded pretty awful.
Oh, that's all right. I've always admired your honesty. You're not much of a dancer, but you are honest.
Thing is, I really do like you. I don't know what happened.
You know, I remember something my husband said years ago, just before he died. He said, Flo, you're going to be a rich lady. And after I'm gone, I want you to go out and buy yourself something nice. I guess that's what I tried to do.
Thanks. Well, listen, we can still see each other sometime.
Oh, sure. Look, if Les Brown ever comes to town, we can go out and cut a rug.
You have got yourself a date.
Well, I better go.
Sure.
By the way, how old is that housekeeper of yours?
It's here, everybody. The heating bill's finally here.
Oh, great. Let's see if all this misery is paid off.
I can't believe it. It's $3 higher than last month. No way. There must be some mistake. Maybe Mr. Belvedere can figure it out. Mr. Belvedere, open up. Mr. Belvedere.
You cheater!
Hello. My time.
Who's all that junk you told us about suffering through World War II?
I did. Once. I'd be crazy to do it again. Sure, you can see the humor in all this. Besides, think how all this privation has brought you together. Perhaps I better go and see if George needs a little company at Red Square. Dusk dawning.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Abusing me.
Deadly Silence, Sunday.
Kevin has recovered nicely from the trauma of losing a woman 3 times his age. He has returned gratefully to the trauma of losing girls his own age. As for the rest of the Owens, while they may have warmed up physically, they are still freezing me out over my little practical joke. But there is an upside to the big chore. I don't have to go downstairs to get an Eskimo pie.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, it's Charlie Chaplin's 100th birthday this Sunday, and there'll be special commemorations around the world. We'll celebrate tonight.
Tuesday at 8, Samantha and Mona plan a night on the town to drown their boyfriend blues on Who's the Boss. Then little brother Kevin comes to the rescue of his big sister on the one.
I know I'll regret asking this, but what exactly are you doing?
Practicing.
For what? The rodeo?
Well, I'm going to be a stripper to raise money for charity.
Of course. Why pass the hat when you can drop the pants?
Hey, look, if I can help just one poor kid by letting a bunch of screaming women drop dollar bills into my shorts, then it's worth it.
Can sainthood be far behind?
Or Salisbury steak, anyone?
I'm still chewing this piece.
It's not too tough, is it?
Not if you're Jaws.
Go ahead. Make fun. I'm in court all day trying to nail a slumlord. Then I rush home because it's Mr. Belvedere's day off, and I want my children to have a nice hot meal. And this is the thanks I get.
Come on, Mom. Finish it, man. Really. Right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And besides, I wanted to go on a diet anyway.
Excuse me.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
I can't make a dent in this gravy.
Here, try scraping it off with one of these Salisbury steak things.
Hey, Mom's meat works better than Brillo pads.
Nice going, Hez.
Well, it was your stupid idea.
Hey, come on. You know, we all make fun of Mom's cooking, but it wouldn't hurt to give her a compliment once in a while.
You mean lie?
Well, it's not lying. It's called being tactful.
You mean like if I told you you're smart and beautiful?
No, that would be lying.
Real funny, Kev.
All right, look, Dad's away in Russia and Mom's lonely. I think we should try and be extra nice to her. Okay?
Okay.
Great. Now let's be extra nice to ourselves and go get a pizza.
Good evening, Mrs. Owens.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere. How was your day off?
Oh, very pleasant. But then again, it always is without Wesley.
Mr. Belvedere, how would you feel if the kids couldn't get their teeth through your thighs?
Relieved.
Do you think I'm a bad cook?
Well, bad is such a subjective term, Mrs. Owens. I mean, there's bad and there's awfully bad. And then again, there's wretched and horrid and simply abysmal. Does that answer your question?
It's just the kids are always complaining about my food, and I'm getting tired of it.
Me too. Want to kill them?
No, but I am thinking of taking cooking lessons.
Well, just be sure and find a good teacher. Preferably one with a sense of humor.
Mr. Belvedere, it's so sweet of you to volunteer.
Mr. Belvedere, you're my trainer. Talk to me.
Ugh. Why? I just saw your breakfast.
Come on. Saturday's gonna be here before you know it. I want to look good for this strip-off. Gotta bulk up.
Well, carry on.
Hey, where are you going?
To get something to eat. You bulk up your way, I'll bulk up mine. What are you doing?
Looking for my frog. Hey, Kev, is that Mr. Bug-Eyes on your shorts?
I suppose it was. For our first lesson, I thought we'd start with something foolproof. Good old Yankee pot roast.
Oh, that's easy. You just take a hunk of meat, throw it in a pot, dump in a box of salt, and boil everything till the water's all gone. My grandmother's recipe.
Ah, then it is hereditary. So, perhaps we should start with something even more basic.
Oh, okay.
Like spaghetti.
Sure.
Meet Chef Boyardee.
Kevin, what happened?
Mr. Bug-Eyes made me sprain my wrist. Wait till I get my good hand on him.
Relax, he's in my pocket. Sure.
Hey, something smells pretty good.
Yeah, it's great having Mr. Belvedere back in the kitchen.
Nothing like a quiet stroll before dinner.
Wait a minute. If you're out here, then who's in...
Dinner in 5 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry. She's using my recipe. It's absolutely foolproof.
So how is it?
Mom, what'd you do to this meat? I mean, to make it so tangy.
Oh, Mr. Belvedere gave me a few tips, like adding a bunch of beef bouillon cubes.
Mrs. Owens, I distinctly remember telling you to add only 2 cubes.
I know, but after you left, I got to thinking that if 2 would make it good, then 12 would make it fantastic.
Right you are, Mom.
That sounds like the smoke alarm.
Oh, good. The rolls must be ready.
Come in.
Hi, Wes said you wanted to see me.
Oh, yeah. I want to get your advice. Trying to find a theme for my act at the strip-off. What's the perfect female fantasy?
Well, I don't know. Mel Gibson serving ice cream that makes you thin?
How about this?
You're going to be an FTD florist?
No, I'm a Roman gladiator.
Well, good luck, Spartacus.
Spartacus didn't wear a shirt. Oh, damn.
Mrs. Owens, I see you started without me.
Yeah, but the way everyone raved about my dinner last night, I think I'm finally getting some confidence.
Well, don't. Move ahead. Too quickly, I mean.
Oh, we're having lasagna tonight.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. What did you put in this sauce?
Oh, little of this, little of that. I like to be creative.
Mm-hmm. Then you should join a ceramics class.
Oh, you. Now, it says to add a pinch of oregano to the meatball mixture. Gosh, that hardly seems like enough.
Wait! There's something we need.
What?
Spanish basil.
Well, where do we get that?
Spain.
Well, maybe I can find some at the market.
Splendid idea.
All right. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
You keep an eye on everything.
Mm-hmm. That should buy me some time.
Are you sure you're okay, honey?
I'm fine, Mom. I mean, I still have some vision in one eye.
I said I was sorry. Well, I baked you something that's going to make you feel a lot better. Your favorite, pineapple upside-down cake. You can bring it in, Mr. Belvedere.
All right, Mrs. Owens. I'm just taking it out of the oven. Ouch. Ooh. Ouch. It's too good. She'll never believe it.
Wow, Mom, you really made that?
Gee, I don't remember it looking so good.
Boy, Mom, you've been making some really great dinners these past couple of nights.
Yeah, you're getting better than Mr. Belvedere.
I could never have come this far without him.
You said a mouthful. Boy, Mom, you made us some really great dinners. Gee, you're even better than Mr. Belvedere. Yeah. Oh, hello, sir. How pleasant to see you.
Mr. Belvedere, I'm thinking of having a dinner party tomorrow night.
Where?
Here. There's this city councilman, Lloyd Taylor, and we need his vote to hire 2 more attorneys for legal aid. So I'd like to invite him and his wife, and my boss Daryl and his wife.
I'll prepare something special.
No, you don't understand. I'm going to do the cooking.
But I thought you liked these people. And would want to spend as much time with them as you can.
Right, so why don't you serve the meal and I'll do everything else? I want to make a big impression.
I think you can count on that.
Kevin, why do you keep doing this to yourself?
I want to look good for the strip-off.
All you're going to look is lopsided.
Uh-oh. My tooth fell out. It's been loose ever since you hit me in the face with a door.
Kevin, I'm telling you as a sister, give this up.
Hey, come on. I still have sex appeal.
To who, Leon Spinks?
Hey, look, this is for charity. Besides, there might be a great-looking nurse in the audience. Anyway, nothing is going to keep me off that stage tonight. And my tooth! Oh, my God!
I see you.
Mrs. Owens, I was just wondering if I might be of some assistance.
Thanks all the same, but I want to make this dinner all by myself. It's important to my sense of self-worth.
I wouldn't get in the way, and I could tell a few amusing anecdotes. Perhaps do some of my bird calls.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, guess where I just found Mr. Bug-Eyes? He was in your closet trying to hit on one of your lizard skin shoes.
Wesley, I'm in trouble.
Oh, boy, what'd you do?
I've been doctoring up every one of your mother's meals behind her back.
You mean Mom still can't cook?
Bingo. And we've got guests coming in a few hours. I've just got to get in the kitchen.
I know. I'll call her from a payphone, tell her I ran away, and I won't come back unless she comes and gets me.
That might work. Then again, she might break open the champagne.
Hey.
I got it. She's got to go upstairs and dress. When she does that, I'll need your help.
I guess I'll go get ready.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Belvedere said that since you're doing such a good job in the kitchen, he went to a double feature.
Good. Then I can take a nice hot bath and not have to worry about him snooping around the kitchen.
Yeah, he can be a real Budinsky. All clear. How did I do? You think I fooled her?
Without question. It's heartwarming seeing a boy lie to his mother that way.
Well, that's it. There's nothing more I can do.
Let us hope not. I mean, I've done enough already.
That's them.
I'll get it. Good evening. Please come in.
Good evening. My, what a lovely home. Isn't it lovely, Evelyn?
Yes, dear, it's lovely.
Oh, thank you, Councilman Taylor, Mrs. Taylor. This is our housekeeper, Mr. Belvedere.
Housekeeper? How much are we paying you legal aid lawyers, huh? Haven't I seen you at Arnie's big and fat store?
Yes, weren't you the one they were trying to pry out of the dressing room?
Mr. Belvedere, this is my boss, Darrell Manning, and his wife, Paula.
Hi, good evening.
Please sit down.
Where's Mr. Owens?
Oh, George won't be able to join us. He's on an exchange program to the Soviet Union.
You mean after all this time, I won't get to meet George Owens in the flesh?
Paula's a big fan of his. She never misses his sports reports.
I like to tape them and watch them later when I'm alone.
Salmon pate, anyone?
Great, I am starving, and we'd better get to it before this guy does, huh? So the mayor says, but Councilman Taylor, it will never work. And I say, why? Because it makes sense.
I never grow tired of that story.
Fresh rolls, anyone?
Love some, yeah. Marcia, dear, you have got to give Evelyn the recipe.
Oh, yes, the councilman loves rolls.
I can see that.
Councilman Taylor, about our request to expand our staff at Legal Aid.
As it stands now, there's a 2-week waiting period to see an attorney, and it's only getting worse.
Well, you know, your plight reminds me of the police shortage in '79.
When George gets home, do you ever peel off his shirt and rub those big, broad shoulders with warm oil?
Paula.
There we go, Kev. Just one step at a time. Kevin! Mom, this is not my idea, but Kevin seems to be a few sandwiches short of the picnic. Wanted to come down here and show everyone his costume for the strip-off.
What do you think?
His mouth is still numb from the Novocaine the dentist gave him.
I'm a Trojan.
He's a Trojan.
Apparently the one who fell off his horse.
Well, nice to meet you.
Goodbye, Kevin. Break a leg.
What a handsome family you have.
Mr. Belvedere, I gotta talk to you.
Oh, honey, come here. This is our youngest, Wesley.
Well, young man, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. Mr. Belvedere always says I'll either end up in prison or politics.
Why not both?
Mr. Belvedere, we have to talk.
Please excuse us.
Don't eat that stuff.
Why not? Salmon pate is the only edible thing your mother made.
Mr. Bug Eyes ate some, and look what it did to him.
Oh, dear.
That stuff must be rotten or something.
Oh, not necessarily. I'm sorry about your frog, of course. But that doesn't mean it'll hurt people. Does it?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out if everybody drops dead.
Where's the first aid manual?
It's over here.
Check under food poisoning.
Okay, here it is. Food poisoning is caused by bacterial toxins. It says to induce vomiting with 1 tablespoon of syrup of ipecac.
We used the last bottle after one of your mother's meatloaves. Well, there's nothing to it. I should just have to go out there and tell everyone your mother's poisoned them.
No! This dinner's important to Mom. She's trying to make a good impression.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
So what are we going to do?
Wesley, I never thought I'd say this, but let's go and make everyone sick.
It was delicious, Marcia. Thank you.
Is everybody done?
Well, I know I am. I couldn't eat another thing if you paid me, and I am an elected official.
You know, Councilman, that reminds me of ancient Rome. The upper classes used to gorge on their food and then tickle their throats with a feather, thereby causing them to regurgitate their feast into a nearby trough.
Yeah, I've got 2 feathers right here if anyone wants to try it. Please? Just kidding. Come on, Mr. Belvedere, I'll help you clear the table.
Anyway, Councilman, as we were saying, about the caseload situation...
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, look at this rice. Doesn't it kind of look like a big bowl of maggots?
Perhaps, Wesley. They're not quite as slimy or wiggly.
Mr. Belvedere?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, cool. Just like Debbie Price. She has extra lunch special all over her desk.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Then the substitute teacher saw it and had to barf in a wastebasket.
Oh, Wesley T. Owens, you go to your room.
But, Mrs. Owens...
And you can go with him.
Mrs. Owens, the boy is only trying to help. It appears we may all be suffering from food poisoning.
My frog ate some of that salmon spread you made, and, well, he croaked. I mean, literally.
Oh, no.
We consulted the first aid manual, and it says that we all must, well...
I think we got the picture.
I think we should all pay a visit to the nearest emergency room.
I'm so sorry.
But, you're all welcome back for pie.
I've never been so humiliated in my life. From now on, you do all the cooking, Mr. Belvedere.
It wasn't a total loss, Mrs. Owens. The councilman did say he'd vote for more attorneys.
Yeah, it's amazing what someone will agree to with a tube down their throat.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Jeff.
How was the striptease? Everything come off without a hitch?
I raised $150.
That's wonderful, honey.
Yeah, it was all from one lady. She's a bone specialist. Says she wants to study me.
Hey, everybody, look. It's Mr. Bug-Eyes. Guess he was just tired.
Mrs. Owens tells me that both new attorneys at Legal Aid are working out very well, and that they were the only ones brave enough to sample the plate of cookies she made. As for Kevin, the strip-off for charity was so successful that they're having another one this weekend. Kevin cannot attend on the advice of his bone specialist. He is sending a proxy. Ladies, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Dennis Quaid is a battle-hardened space pilot and Earth's top gun. Louis Gossett Jr. is an alien from a distant planet with a distinct hatred for Earthmen. They're 2 sworn enemies stranded on a war-torn world. But to survive, they must learn to do the impossible. Work together in peace. Prepare for the futuristic thriller Enemy Mine. Tonight at 8. Now it's Three's Company. Next on Fox 11. KTTV Los Angeles.
Hi, everybody. What do you think of this outfit?
Oh, lovely. But why are you wearing your necklace around your waist?
I think you look very nice, honey. Another big date with Gary?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We've been dating for 3 months now, and tonight I think he's gonna finally do it.
Do what?
Give me his socks. His socks? Well, yeah. They're a symbol of our mutual love and commitment. See, I'll sleep with them on so he can keep me warm at night.
Honey, sometimes I worry about you.
I wouldn't worry till he gives her his boxer shorts. I thought the news was on.
We're watching Brainbusters.
Not another insipid game show.
But this one's unique. They put kids and adults on the same team.
Yeah, and I know most of the answers.
That would make it unique.
Here comes the lightning round. All right, guys, I'm going to whip you now.
Good luck to our contestants. First question. Who won the 1984 World Series?
Tigers!
Who wrote The Last of the Mohicans?
James Fenimore Cooper.
What was the name of the dog in The Thin Man? What is the scientific name for aspirin?
White pills. Acetylsalicylic acid.
That was my next guess.
Boy, Dad, if you and I went on this show, we could really clean up.
I don't know, Wes.
This week's grand champions and brainbusters will receive a prize package including a cordless telephone, a laptop computer, a CD player, a digital keyboard, and a Lamborghini.
On the other hand...
I'm way ahead of you, Dad. I applied last week.
All right.
Boy, wouldn't it be great? Wesley T. Owens making his TV debut on Brainbusters.
Funny. I always thought it would be on America's Most Wanted. Would you like some eggs?
Who cares? Life stinks and then you die.
I take it Gary did not give you his socks.
No, he gave me the boot.
I'm sorry.
What happened? Gary broke up with me. He said I was smothering him. Can you believe it? After I ate lunch with him every day and called him twice every single night. Boys are crazy. I hate them. I am never going out again.
Oh, Heather, there are plenty of other fish in the sea.
Thank you, Mrs. Paul.
Now, look, I remember when Ricky Baldwin broke up with me. I thought it was the end of the world, too. But then I met your father.
I thought you were trying to cheer her up.
Hey, big guy.
Hello, George.
Junk. Bill. One here for you, pal.
A subpoena?
I don't believe it. They want us to try out for Brainbusters this Friday.
You're kidding.
This is radical. We're going to be a team.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Oh, come now, Heather. There is no use wallowing in self-pity.
Why not?
Because you're wallowing in my rocky road.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh, Miss Belvedere, can you iron this for me? I've got a hot date tonight with Myra Banks.
I know what you're up to. You're going to pretend to be real sweet and caring, but you're just going to toy with her affections until you fling her aside like a rag doll, just like all men, you heartless scud. Bucket!
How did she know?
Hi, honey. What are you reading?
The Wretched Vomit of Existence.
Heather, you do have to get on with your life.
Life is a tale told by an idiot.
Speaking of which, George called. He'll be late for dinner.
Look, Heather, just sitting around here all day moping isn't going to do you any good. Hey, what do you say we spend the afternoon at the mall?
I don't want to go to the mall.
Sorry, I was startled by something.
Heather, get up. Now, we are going to the mall. I'm going to buy you something frivolous and expensive, and you are going to like it.
Why don't you just make me walk over hot coals?
Move!
Off your tryout?
Yep.
George, don't you think you should wash your hands before you leave?
What?
Your hands are all blue.
It's a skin condition.
1492, 1776, 1941. Oh, dear, we're breaking out in historical dates.
I'm trying to cover all the bases.
George, you cannot put all the trivia of the world on your body.
Can I borrow yours? It's okay to be a little nervous.
I'm fine, Dad.
I was talking to myself.
So, I see we have our would-be brainbusters already in place. You know who I am.
Who?
Tony Hopper, Dad, the host.
Oh, right. Didn't recognize you in this light.
No problemo. We asked you here to test how you respond to the game situation. Now, don't lean into your mic. Speak up, project, and, hey, be yourselves, huh?
Got it, Tone.
Yeah. Well, I'd first like to greet the Lees from Virginia.
Hi, Tony. I am Trawa, and this is my son, Travo.
I'm Tarara, and this is my son, Boomdier.
I did the jokes, huh?
I'm Wesley, and this is my dad, George.
Okay. Well, remember the rules. Hit the buzzer when you think you know the answer. We'll give you 50 points if you're right, but we'll penalize you if you're wrong. My first question. It's okay to be aggressive, but let's wait for the category. Okay, babe?
Sure thing, babe.
Who was the president of the United States? George?
Rutherford B. Hayes.
No. Who was the president of the United States when we entered World War I? Yes, Sabo.
Thomas Woodrow Wilson?
Wrong. That's correct.
Thomas?
That was his name, Dad.
Moving on. Name the famous dog.
Benji.
Wrong again. Name the famous dog who almost cost Richard Nixon an election. Yes, Wesley.
Checkers.
That's correct.
Hey, way to go, sport. What a kid. Is he a chip off the old block or what?
Can we proceed?
Sure.
Okay. Now, who won the Triple Crown? Yes, George.
Secretariat. No, Seattle Sloop. No, affirmed.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yes.
Who won the Triple Crown in baseball in 1967? Yes, Troa.
Carl Yastrzemski.
That is correct.
I know
Hey, that was a trick question.
Hi, we're back.
Hi.
We went to this really trendy place called Safari Junction. I got these earrings made out of chicken beaks.
Lovely. When you're tired of them, I'll be able to use them for soup stock.
Heather, will you please take this stuff upstairs? I've got to do some research for this legal seminar tomorrow.
A seminar tomorrow? Well, I thought we could go to the museum or the symphony or the Gap.
Heather, I do have a job.
That's okay. I understand. I'll be happy sitting at home, alone, writing poetry that doesn't rhyme.
Well, look, maybe I can squeeze in an hour or two.
Okay.
Well, are we brain busters yet?
The bust part is right.
What happened?
Well, the producers kind of liked me, but Dad tried to beat up the host.
Look, I'm sorry I let you down, pal. It's just, well, I hated his guts.
That's okay, Dad. What did I want with this stupid Lamborghini anyway?
Don't be distraught, George. It was only a silly game show.
Yeah.
A mindless parade of absolutely useless information.
You're right.
So, you want to go on with me, Mr. Belvedere?
Wesley, I thought you'd never ask.
Hey!
You should be studying the almanac.
I'm taking a break. I've been at it all day.
Wesley, if you are going to be my partner on Brainbusters, you must be prepared. Now, I want you to memorize the state capitals.
I know the state capitals.
In Hebrew?
I brought these from the library like you asked.
Thank you, Kevin.
Will and Ariel Durant's Story of Civilization. I have the Encyclopedia Britannica in the trunk.
Are you trying to kill me?
A tempting thought, but I think we should wait until after the game show. Where are you going?
To school. At least there I can give my mind a rest.
He'll be back.
It's Saturday.
And there was a whole chocolate mousse cake in here this morning. Who ate it?
Guess.
The brain that ate Pittsburgh?
Oh, bye, honey. I'm running a little late. Oh, but I'll see you at the mall after school, won't I?
Oh, I don't think so. I may have to appear in court this afternoon.
Oh, but there's going to be this big styling demo at Snyder's Beauty Salon.
Heather, we have been to the mall every afternoon for a week. What's another day?
Oh, great. See ya.
You two have been spending a lot of time together lately.
Yeah.
You've been spending more than that.
Honey, I promise to ease up as soon as she starts dating again, or we go broke.
What three-dimensional figure has 12 sides?
A dodecahedron.
Where was the Ouija board invented?
Baltimore.
How high is a volleyball net?
7 feet 11 and 5/8 inches. Mr. Belvedere, this is boring.
Perhaps we should have a little fun. Let's recite the periodic table of elements.
Oh, can we?
I always find the best way to memorize a complex list is to set it to music. Hydrogen and helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine.
Excuse me, I'm going to move in with the Huffnagels.
Hydrogen and helium, lithium.
Oh, Wes. Am I glad to see you?
You are?
No, not really. No, honey, I just mean that it's a relief to see anyone other than Heather.
Yeah, she has that effect on me, too.
I don't know. All I wanted to do was help her out with her boy problems. Now I've created a monster.
At least you're not stuck with Britannica fats. Last night I was in the bathroom. He slipped me a copy of Who's Who in Albania under the door with a note saying he'd be giving me a quiz when I came out.
Well, honey, sooner or later they will return to their normal selves. And until then, we're just going to have to try to be patient and understanding.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mom?
Wesley!
In the meantime, head for the hills.
I just took the trash out again. It's supposed to be Wes's job.
Wesley is otherwise engaged.
Big guy, aren't you driving him a little hard? I mean, a brain can only absorb so much information, and then it, well, could short circuit.
You ought to know.
All I'm saying is Wes is just a kid.
A kid with a mission.
Huh?
Only once in his life can he strive to become grand champion brainbuster. His moment has arrived, and so has mine. Together, we shall ride the road to fame and glory.
You ate that moose cake, didn't you?
Thank you. Welcome back to Brain Busters. We have a new pair of challengers with us today. Wesley Owens, tell us about yourself.
I'm 13 years old and I'm in the 8th grade at Beaver Falls Junior High.
That's great. That's just great. Let's hear it for Wes. Wes's partner is Lynn Belvedere. Tell us about yourself, Lynn.
Well, Tony, I was valet to Winston Churchill, a confidant to Gandhi, and a housekeeper to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Couldn't hold a job, huh, pal? Well, enough chit-chat. Let's bust some brains. Thank you, Brain. Who wrote the book? Little Women. Yes, Lynn.
Louisa May Alcott.
Correct for 50 points. Who was our first vice president? Lynn.
John Adams.
Correct for another 50 points. What is the fastest land mammal? Wesley.
The cheetah.
Lynn.
The Polyvetian Dances by Borodin.
Right again, that's 6 in a row. In the comic strip Thimble Theater, who was the ruler of Nazalia? Yes, Lynn.
King Blozo.
Amazing. Even our computer didn't know that one. That makes the score Belvedere and what's his name? 2,000. The Lees have 300. We'll be right back after these important messages.
Why have you been kicking me under the table?
Because you're hogging every answer.
I know my stuff, don't I?
Sure you do. Elephants never forget.
Don't be such a twit. We're here to win, aren't we?
You're here to win. You don't even need me.
Of course I need you. They wouldn't let me in the show without you. Hope I win a jet ski.
I hope you drown ski.
Boys, settle down. We have to set up for our new lightning round. Hey, welcome back to Brainbusters and our all-new super goopy lightning round. Our adults will now move to their penalty chairs.
Super goopy?
And why are they strapping Mr. Belvedere down?
Nobody told me about this.
Let me clear it up for you, Lynn. You see, in this round, only the junior partner gets to answer. But if he's wrong, Mom, Dad, or Grumpy here has to face the super goopy consequences.
What?
Ready, Trevor?
Uh-huh.
Ready, Wes?
Let me get this straight. If I give a wrong answer, something bad's gonna happen to Mr. Belvedere?
You got it.
I'm ready.
Let's begin. Thanks again, Brain. Name the young French maid who was divinely inspired to fight the British. Yes, Wes.
Tina Turner.
No, it was Joan of Arc. Looks like you laid an egg, Wes. Let's try again. What was the name of the group whose members were John, Paul, George, and Ringo? Yes, Wes?
The Supreme Court.
No, we were thinking of the Beatles. Say, Lynn, that egg makes a pretty scanty breakfast. What do you say we had some oatmeal?
Why is this happening to me?
Why not? Moving on. What was the nationality of the 17th century painter Rembrandt? Yes, Wes.
Now, I think he was Dutch, or else he came from Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland.
No, he was Dutch. You remember the Dutch, don't you? Famous for their cheese, their tulips, their chocolate.
What's happening, man?
Are you kidding? He's doing great.
Wesley, you are doing this on purpose.
Next question. To three figures, what is the value of pi? Yes, Wesley.
The value of pi is $1.79.
No, pi equals 3.14. But speaking of pi...
Oh, no!
Oh, yes! We mustn't forget the whipped cream.
Hi, Mom. You seen Heather?
Where?
Well, when you see her, will you tell her that Bobby called and everything's on for tonight?
Bobby? Who's Bobby?
Oh, I don't know. Some guy she's been dating. Didn't she tell you?
Heather!
Hi, Mom, what's up?
Have you been dating somebody behind my back?
You mean like a boy?
No, a wombat. Yes, of course, a boy.
Well, yeah, sorta.
But what about Gary? What about your depression? What about my credit card bills?
Mom, if you want, I'll take all those clothes back.
What?
I don't care about the clothes.
And why did we spend so much time shopping?
It's just it gave me a chance to be with you. You know, just the two of us. I mean, I'm going to be going to college soon, and we may not have time like this again. And I guess I just didn't want to see it end.
Come here, you. I will always be your mom. Whenever you need me.
I'm glad. And I got to admit, I do look pretty hot in this jumpsuit.
Yeah, I look pretty good in mine, too.
Hey, I have an idea. How about if I buy you something?
Okay. What do you have in mind?
How about a chocolate sundae? Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Despite my humiliation, the events on Brainbusters turned out all right. I displayed my breadth of knowledge to the world. However, I was rather sorry to lose that jet ski.
Mr. Belvedere?
Yes, Wesley?
Are you still mad at me?
Certainly not.
Can I come in?
By all means. Cleveland, indeed. Give me that, you bloodworm.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Wes, what's up?
Fine. Now they're double teaming me.
Mr. Belvedere, this is Craig Larrabee.
How'd you do?
Hi.
He just moved here from Texas.
I lived there a month, and before that it was Alaska, Venezuela, and Saudi Arabia.
Are you wanted by the law like Wesley?
No, my dad drills for oil, and we never stay in any place too long.
Well, next time you move, take him with you.
Come on, Craig.
Wesley, don't forget you have some leaves to rake.
Oh, I can. I'm supposed to tutor Craig. My English teacher asked me to get him up to speed.
If there's anything you want to know about literature, I am an expert.
Yeah, and he does a great impression of Moby Dick.
Hey, let's look for that hot Cher video. I hear she has a new tattoo.
Craig, Mrs. Bunger assigned us a book report.
All right. What book are you doing?
A Tale of Two Cities. It's really cool and bloody, and everybody gets their heads cut off.
Wow, you're really into this, Wes. I bet you could dash your book report off in 10 minutes.
Well, I've never actually timed myself.
Hey, maybe. Nah, forget it.
What?
Well, maybe. You could dash one off for me. It would really help me catch up with all my studying.
I don't know.
Look, Wes. My dad can get us tickets to the U2 concert on Saturday night. But I have to have all my homework done. And if you help me out on this paper, we could be sitting front row center.
George, what are you doing to my kitchen?
Well, about once a year I get a craving for tapioca pudding.
Are you going to take a bath in it?
Come on, big guy. Give it a taste. It really goes down smooth.
Not bad.
Har, har, har.
What is your secret ingredient? Tabasco sauce?
Oh, 150 proof rum. Are you okay?
No, it's just that I have a nervous stomach.
Nervous? If I was your stomach, I'd be terrified.
Your feeble wit doesn't help.
You know, my father used to have pains like that. And he had an ulcer.
Funny how it follows you around. Ah.
big guy, how much of that antacid you been chugging down?
Oh, don't worry, George. Everything's under control.
We're back.
So what'd the doctor say?
Well, Dr. Hodes thinks that Mr. Belvedere has an ulcer.
I think Dr. Hodes is a charlatan.
Now, there's no point denying it, Mr. Belvedere. The pictures don't lie.
What pictures?
These.
Oh, my God! What is it?
Mr. Belvedere's stomach.
Looks like they used a wide-angle lens.
This is the ulcer, this inflammation of the stomach lining.
You know, this is kind of fascinating in a really gross and disgusting way. What's this?
It looks like a Louisiana license plate.
I'm glad you're all having so much fun at my expense.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Belvedere. And believe me, we're all going to help you get better.
Uh-oh.
Can't believe it. Mrs. Bunker just gave me a D- on my book report.
The old battle axe? She gave me an F.
Uh-oh. Battle axe at 12 o'clock.
Hello, children.
Hello, Mrs. Bunker.
Craig, you left your math book in my class.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Bunker.
Oh, and I wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed your book report. And yours, Wesley, was also competent. But I'm very disappointed in the rest of you. You've been fiddling while Rome burns.
Who's been fiddling? I can't even play kazoo.
I can play the cello.
So I'm gonna let you buy me lunch, Turbo.
Thanks.
Boy, you've only been here a week and you've already got Bunker figured out. What's your secret?
I told her she had great legs. See you guys later.
Boy, he's really smart. So cool.
Well, he's not all that great.
What do you mean?
Well, I really shouldn't say, but I sort of wrote his report for him to help him out.
You did? I'm shocked.
Hey, don't rat on me, okay?
I'm shocked that you do such a sweet thing for a relative stranger, but not for a very special friend. Who'd be very, very appreciative.
Hi, Miss Belvedere.
Hello, Kevin.
These cold-cut heroes are great. Especially with the Bermuda onions, the provolone, the Russian dressing just dripping.
Kevin!
Oh, yeah, I heard about your ulcer thing. So, how are your strained turnips?
Here you go, big guy. We got you some great grub at the store.
Grub! My favorite!
Yogurt, watercress, rice cakes, tofu squares.
We also got you this pamphlet, 101 Ways to Prepare Cottage Cheese.
I shall treasure it always.
You know, big guy, you're taking this a lot better than I thought.
That shouldn't surprise you, George. My English character has taught me the value of self-discipline. Speaking of that, it's time to indulge in another English tradition.
Hi. What are you doing? What's the matter? Mr. Belvedere's going to drink tea. He can't do that.
Why not?
Well, it's bad for your ulcer. I read it in your medical brochure.
She's right. Tea is chock full of caffeine. That can be murder on your stomach lining.
Bourgeois, I'm not going to forego tea.
You don't have to. There are herbal teas you can drink.
Well, yeah, like Floral Sunset and Lullaby Spice.
I'd rather drink motor oil.
Suit yourself, but regular tea is a no-no.
Here, make yourself some cottage cheese soup.
How's it going, Marjorie?
I got an A- on our paper.
I must have been a little tired.
Hey, Wes.
Trouble, Lewis.
Owen. I thought we were friends.
Huh?
Friends don't write book reports for other people that throw off the class curve.
Word gets around, doesn't it?
Tell you what, I'll let you write my next paper, and I'll tell my pals in the wrestling team not to twist you up like a pretzel.
You're all heart, Louis.
Don't tell anyone. Come on, Trevor. I'll let you buy me lunch.
Swell.
This report stuff is getting out of hand.
Hey, Wes. Hey, Marge.
Hey, Craig.
Hi.
Thought you might like this, Wes. In Excess in Concert.
Whoa, how much do I owe you?
You don't have to pay me. It's yours.
What, Craig?
Hey, Wes, we're buddies, right? Maybe you can help me out with another report sometime.
I've so missed you, old friend.
No, I heard noises. They're coming from downstairs.
Be careful.
I thought you were a burglar. What are you doing up? Hey, you ain't trying to cheat on your diet, are you? Well, I know this diet stuff is tough to take, but you gotta stick with it. There's no substitute for health. Strange place to floss your teeth.
Hello. Oh, hi, Louis. A paper in War and Peace by Thursday? I'll get back to you. Come in.
Hello, Wesley. Are you all right? You haven't been pestering me lately.
I've been working kind of hard.
Yes, and you should be rewarded. So I bought you some yummy tea.
I don't drink tea.
Oh. Too bad. Well, it's a shame to let all this go to waste.
Good boy, Spot. Mr. Belvedere, put that down. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Look, I told you I'm not taking any more clients. Thanks, I already have Super Bowl tickets on the 50-yard line.
Hey, Wes, when are you going to come up for some air?
Sometime in July. Unless everyone goes to summer school.
Hey, you got any rejects for me? I don't have to get an A every time.
Get off my back, Craig.
Hey, come on. Friends help each other out.
You're going to have to write this one yourself.
But you're so much faster than I am, and you're way hip to what Bunger wants.
Sorry.
I thought we were friends here, and now you're helping everybody else out, but you're just dumping me?
Look, I'll get to it if I can. Can you hand me that copy of War and Peace? It's on the bed.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
This is Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, right. Sorry.
This is Franny and Zooey.
Oh, give me a break.
What's the matter with you? Can't you read? Can't you? Hey, you're not kidding. You really can't read.
Just forget it. I'm out of here.
So that's why you've been getting me to write your reports and skipping class and stuff.
Yeah.
You're a bigger con artist than I am.
Hey, you think this is easy? Doodling in my notebook trying to make it look like I'm writing? Or bringing a tape recorder to class and hoping the batteries don't run out?
Why didn't you just learn how to read?
I did, in the 2nd grade. And then my dad started bouncing all over the place and never had a chance to catch up.
There are special classes you can take.
Yeah, with a bunch of 6-year-olds. Anyway, if I let anybody find out about this, they'd think I was stupid.
I don't think you're stupid. You're smart enough to fool me.
So?
So all you have to do is learn how to read. And I think I know how you can do it.
Look, I'm not Einstein. You're going too fast for me.
You were doing great.
Yeah, right. Dick, Jane, and Spot. See Spot run. Like that's real life.
It is around here.
Well, forget it. I've just been wasting my time. I quit.
You can't. We have to read our reports in front of Bunger's class tomorrow. What are you going to do?
Oh, goody. The Rat Patrol.
We were so worried about you.
Oh,
We know it's almost 4 o'clock. You must want some tea.
really?
Well, then, here you go.
Oh, my. I don't understand.
Now, just relax, Heather. Pour him some tea.
Here you go.
Now, just lean in and smell the aroma. Breathe in the steam. Yummy, isn't it?
Yes.
You'd like some, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Bad, Mr. Belvedere, bad!
What are you doing?
Aversion therapy. We're gonna make you hate the sight of tea.
That is ridiculous.
Exactly.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because we love you.
Well, I guess that's enough punishment for one day. Go ahead, take your reward.
Belvedere!
You are maniacs, both of you. You make Wesley look like Santa Claus.
As you know, today is book report day. And now, who would like to read theirs first? Craig's work has been excellent recently. Where is he? There you are, Craig. You may favor us with a recitation.
Huh?
I'd be happy to read mine, Mrs. Bunker.
No, Wesley. It's probably smut.
Yes, ma'am.
You may sit. And you, Craig, may begin.
Well, I'm not very good in front of an audience.
We're all your friends here.
Yeah, well, I, kind of have this sore throat.
Craig, read it or weep.
This is a book report about a book called The Little Engine That Could. He read a baby book. Now, who needs this?
Craig, come on, cut him some slack.
We can't read.
Well, at least he's doing his own work, which is more than I can say for a lot of people.
Wesley, what are you saying?
I'm saying that there are some people who can read but don't have the brains to do it. And there are other people who can't read but have the guts to do something about it.
I think you and I have something to discuss after class. You may sit. And now, Craig, you may continue.
Look, do I have to? It's so dumb.
I'll be the judge of that. And if any one of you makes a sound, it'll be your last.
I liked the train because I know how it felt. No one thought it could get over the hill, but it tried real hard and made it anyway.
I cannot go on much longer, George. I just got to have my tea. My British blood cries out.
Easy, big guy. Let's watch a little TV.
Oh, all right. What's on?
Now, let's see. Here's a documentary.
Good.
On the Teapot Dome scandal. Well, what about Wall Street Week? They're discussing T-bills.
No, they're not. What's this?
This is that old movie, Tea and Sympathy.
This is a bloody conspiracy.
Refreshing iced tea, anyone? Sugar? Lemon? Caffeine?
Hey, relax. What about a pillow?
My, oh my, George, that's quite a tea bag.
Hi, I'm back from Disneyland.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout.
George, make them stop.
Hey, fool, who you calling George? I'm Mr. T.
Everybody! Picture you upon my knee. Tea for two and two for tea. Me for you and you for me alone. We will raise a family.
And all of us will drink your tea.
Happy we will be.
Hey, wake up, big guy, wake up.
Yeah, what?
You were yelling horrible, horrible. Were you having a nightmare?
No, George. I was dreaming about your golf pants.
Where are you going?
Where I shall never have any more nightmares.
Oh, Belvedere, please don't go away.
Stay back! I shall have tea, even if I have to flap my arms and fly to London.
Talk about a jumbo jet.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Wesley's friend Craig is now enrolled in remedial reading classes, freeing Wesley to do what he does best, serve detention. But his sentence was commuted because he acted so nobly in the cause of literacy. Meanwhile, I just flew in from England, and boy, are my arms tired. Happily, my doctor says I'm well enough to resume drinking tea in moderation. He attributes my recovery to diet, but I wonder if it has more to do with the 3 weeks Wesley spent writing, tutoring, and leaving me alone.
Mr. Belvedere, be careful if you take a bath tonight. My alligator's in the tub.
Well, that answers that.
Augustine, ach, du liebe Augustine, ja.
So, Carl, I take it you had a good date with that German stewardess.
How can you tell?
Well, usually you come in singing Eleanor Rigby.
Look, Ilsa is one hot lady, and she's nuts about me. We're going out again tomorrow night.
Ooh, 2 dates with the same woman? Wow, shouldn't the local news be in on this?
You've never seen me operate, but now that we're roommates, you're in for quite an education.
I'd rather have half the rent.
Take Ilsa, for example. Now, last week was date 1, the icebreaker. Tonight was date 2, the sensitive dinner.
Uh-huh. And what's date 3?
Ba-ba-ba-boom.
You show her how to vacuum?
Oh, boy, I hope after all this work these cookies sell at the bake sale.
Why didn't you just ask Mr. Belvedere to make them like last year? They were gone in 10 seconds.
That's because he ate them all.
Well, how are they coming along? Not that you could ever make cookies like Mr. Belvedere.
I wouldn't be too sure.
How very amusing.
I've even got a name for them. Belvedere's Bodacious Biscuits. So, what part do you want?
Ooh, I'll take the tummy.
But then there's practically nothing left.
I'd have named some desserts after you, but they've already got Twinkies and ding-dongs.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Hello, where have you two been?
We saw Bambi.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh, no, not the movie. Bambi Bernstein and the Beaver Falls Sound Machine.
Hey, you want a nightcap?
No, I'm tired.
Hey, come on, Morris. The night is young. And I could go for some good times with a hot lady.
Well, maybe Bambi has a midnight show. Good night, George. Good night, Mr. Belvedere.
Good night, Mrs. Owens.
You know, lately I get the feeling Marcia's lost interest. If you know what I mean.
Not exactly.
Well, do I have to spell it out for you?
Well, I'm sure if you did, you'd spell it wrong.
Forget it.
George, are you trying to tell me that your romantic life has become stale?
Yeah. S-T-A-I-L.
I thought so. Well, if your love life has become boring, try some new surroundings.
Like what?
Well, how about the library? Then you can learn to spell while you're at it.
Hurry up and change clothes. Ilsa's coming over.
Carl, I'm up to my elbows in kitchen glove. Then I have to fix Mrs. Cicchini's radiator, and then I have 2 finals to study for.
She's bringing her roommate for you.
Yeah, but I gotta change clothes. So, what's her name?
Ava. She works with Ilsa.
You mean she's a stewardess?
Yep.
All right. So where are we gonna take her?
Oh, look, Kev, this is my 3rd date with Ilsa, and you know what that means.
You finally pay?
Look, I'm taking Ilsa back to her apartment, and you can take Ava wherever you want. It's them. Ilsa!
Karl, mein Liebchen. Oh, you must be Kevin, Karl's lonely friend.
I told her all about you.
Thanks, Carl.
Ava's going to love you. You're just her type.
Oh, yeah? Well, I have a feeling she's gonna be just my type, too.
Sorry I'm late, but I had to fight some Dummkopf over a parking place. The weightlifting training really paid off.
Das ist Ava.
Oh, boy.
Hey, your cookies were a big hit.
What are you talking about?
I sold all 6 dozen at the bake sale. One lady bought 2 to keep crows out of her garden.
Well, at least it's all over.
Not quite.
Why are you baking more of those ridiculous cookies?
I'm going to market you worldwide.
What?
Belvedere's Bodacious Biscuits. By the time I finish covering the town with these, you'll be more famous than Amos.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere. My, what strange cookies. But they look just like...
They're gingerbread men.
Hey, Marcia, you want to go to Makeout Point?
Are you crazy? It's freezing outside.
Well, I thought we could cuddle up under a blanket and, Never mind.
You know, George is acting awfully peculiar.
How can you tell?
I hope he's okay. Maybe he should have a brain scan.
I doubt they'd find anything. Anything wrong, I mean.
What's his problem?
You.
Me?
Yes, he thinks that you're bored with him. So I advised him to try different venues for your romantic escapades.
Oh, well, that explains the dancing in your bedroom.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, and him wanting me to play Tarzan and Jane in the basement.
What have I started?
Well, now that I know what he's up to, maybe I'll cooperate.
Carl, buddy, best friend. You didn't meet.
Oh, a couple of stewardesses got sick. She had to work a flight to Dusseldorf.
Tough break.
For you, too. They need you on the flight.
Oh, gee, that's too bad, really. Well, I'll see you.
Well, we still have our ride to the airport all to ourselves.
Oh, no, see,
Oh, Ilsa, those ruby lips, that golden hair. You can fly me anywhere.
Warming up for Valentine's Day?
What are you doing here?
Oh, I brought back some of Kevin's tapes. By the way, who is that lady carrying Kevin out over her shoulder?
Oh, that's Ava. At least he's making body contact.
What's wrong, Carl?
Well, why is it whenever I get my hopes up about someone, it always fizzles out?
Because you're a dweeb.
Thanks a lot.
Come on, I'm trying to cheer you up.
Yeah, right.
Look, whenever I'm down, I try to think of something really great. Like, Bruce Springsteen jumping off stage and sweeping me up in his arms and carrying me away.
At this point, that doesn't sound half bad.
Come on, let's go for a walk. Grab a slice of pizza.
I don't take charity.
I'm buying.
I like anchovies.
George, I've never been more embarrassed in all my life.
Oh, but you gotta admit it was different.
What have these twits done now? What happened?
Oh, George had this crazy idea. We were supposed to be total strangers who meet in a bar.
Good Lord, it's worse than I thought.
Yeah, so we get all dressed up, and I go up to Marcia and say, "Can I buy you a drink?"
There's an original line.
So I say, sure. That'll be $200 for the slow gin fizz. Next thing I know, this plainclothes cop slaps the cuffs on me.
He should have thrown a net over both of you. I'm sorry. I was just thinking out loud.
I'm gonna take these clothes off. Oh.
I'm sorry I got you into trouble.
Hey, it beats falling asleep to Johnny Carson.
Not believe the night I had.
Not only will I not believe it, I won't listen to it. Good night.
Hey, Kev.
Oh, hi, Heather. Hey, listen, sorry about rushing past you before, but Ava was in a hurry.
Yeah, I didn't know you went for the strong, silent type.
It was the worst date of my life.
Wow, that's really saying something.
Yeah, so where have you been?
On a date. Well, it wasn't really a date. It was more of a thing.
A thing?
Well, you know how sometimes there's somebody you never really notice, but you spend some time with them and they turn out to be okay, even sensitive, even nice?
No.
Well, that's what happened to me. And you know, maybe this could really turn into something.
Heather, that's great. So who is this guy?
Here you go, Heather. You forgot your purse.
Oh, thank you, Carl. I don't know what I'm going to major in when I go to college. English or history or business or astronomy. Something along those lines.
Hey, I'm a senior. I still haven't figured out what my major is yet. I'm thinking of becoming a guidance counselor.
This was really a nice evening, Carl.
Yeah, for me too.
Hello.
Hi, Kev.
Oh, is it a little late to be out?
Oh, actually, I've stayed out a lot later than this.
Not you. Come on, young lady. It's a school night.
Who are you calling a young lady?
Yeah, Kev, where do you get off telling her?
Kevin!
Hey, come on. Your date was over. What's the big deal?
Well, you're embarrassing me and your best friend, and most of all, yourself.
Hey, it's my life.
Kevin, this is ridiculous.
Look, it's my responsibility to look out for you. After all, I'm your older brother.
Since when?
Since I was born before you.
Kevin, you were gone. You were over the edge. You were in Banana Land.
Look, I know Carl. I know how he operates, and I have reasons to be concerned. Now, what did you two do tonight?
Well, if you must know the truth, we had dinner, and then we spent the rest of the night on our backs.
What?
We went ice skating, and we're both klutzes, okay?
You know, I don't like the tone you're taking with me.
Well, then how's this tone? Blow it out your ear!
Heather, I forbid you to see Carl.
Or what?
Or I'll be very, very disappointed in you.
Kevin, good night. Get some sleep and then get a life.
Heather, look, I mean it.
Look, I'll see Carl whenever I want, and there's nothing you're going to do about it.
Okay, now if you can guarantee worldwide distribution, I think I can get Don DeLuise to be our spokesperson.
Sorry, wrong number.
You just hung up on the president of Nabisco.
What kind of nonsense is this?
It's not nonsense. I almost had to deal with Keebler, but they were afraid you'd give their elves a hernia.
I'm surprised you didn't call Pillsbury.
I did. They said they already had it, though, boy.
I think this has gone quite far enough.
Hey, I'm just exploring free enterprise.
Keep it up and you'll be exploring a lawsuit.
What about my cookie empire?
That's the way the empire crumbles.
Oh, George, this is so romantic.
Yeah. Nothing like a drive-in movie where they don't speak English. And now we really don't have to pay attention.
They sure don't put enough melted butter in the popcorn.
Oh, you want some cheese sauce for my nachos?
Oh, sure, why not?
Boy, get a load of those two in the next car.
Wow, they're really going at it.
Pretty hot for a couple of old-timers.
You know, I think it's really neat when old people can still get passionate. Oh, my God! It's my mom and dad!
What?
Hey, you big jerk, will you get... Hi there, kitten.
Come on, Romeo. Looks like we got busted again.
Boy, isn't it great to get away from Kevin?
Yeah, he's been covering us like a cheap suit.
I'm a little chilly.
Oh, I got a jacket in the back seat.
Okay.
Here.
Thanks. Ooh, your hands are so warm.
You know what they say, warm hands, warm heart.
I thought it was cold hands, warm heart.
Oh, right. Well, my nose is cold.
Well, that's a start.
So, any more nachos?
This.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to save you from my zipper for brains best friend.
Will you get off it?
Hey, look, don't let him fool you, Heather. He's got his plan all worked out. First, he tries to relax you. Then he tries to make you think he's all sensitive. And then
what?
Ba 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 boom.
He teaches me how to vacuum?
You know what I mean.
Okay, Kevin, you're right. We can't control our animal lusts, so please protect me from this sex maniac and take me home.
You bet I will. Come on.
Let's ditch him.
Hey!
Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Hello, Wesley.
Hey, you're baking cookies.
I always knew you were a smart lad.
What's going on? I figured you'd never want to see another cookie again.
Well, I got to thinking about what you said concerning free enterprise.
Yeah?
So, you have your bodacious Belvedere biscuits, and I have wacky Wesley wafers.
Hey, I don't like this.
Then you won't like the box. I wanted to display you in your natural habitat.
What's that say?
Kevin is acting insane.
Oh, I thought it said Kevin is anti-mame.
This is ridiculous. We can't even talk to each other with Kevin around.
Hey, you know, I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, wherever he is, he's probably listening.
I am not. Well, no snakes in there. Listen, Heather, I'll be upstairs if you need me.
I'll get us some sodas.
Better get 3. Oh, hi, Mr. Owens.
Hi, Carl. Look about the drive-in the other night.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's why people go to drive-ins. Except for me and Heather, of course. We were brushing up on our French.
Forget it. It's just Marcia and I can never seem to be alone.
I know what you mean. Hey, I know the perfect place where you could be alone.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, where are they?
Oh,
Heather and Carl, where'd they go?
they made me promise not to tell you.
All right, here's $5.
A promise is a promise.
A tin spot is a tin spot.
They went over to your place.
What?
They figured it'd be the last place you'd look.
Oh, trying to fool Kevin Owens, are they? Well, somebody is in for a big surprise.
Yeah, and it cost him $10. Mission accomplished.
Great work, Wes.
Hey, it was a snap. I mean, we are talking Kevin here.
I hope I'm not too late. I was never meant to see that.
Can't believe we've been alone for a whole hour.
Yeah, it seems more like 2 or 3. I mean, I'm having a really nice time. Sitting here, staring at the fire.
Boy, it sure is hot.
Yeah, really. Carl, do you get the feeling we don't have all that much to talk about?
Well, what do you mean? There's the fire. And the weather. And hey, how about that Gorbachev?
I mean between you and me. Now that Kevin's not pestering us, we don't have that much in common.
Gee, we should. We've known each other all our lives.
Well, you know, maybe we've just been doing this just to spite Kevin.
Could be. There's only one way to find out.
Oh, Carl,
Yeah?
that was awful.
For you too?
You know, maybe we're better off just being friends.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal.
Not bad at all. Do you want to watch some TV?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look, guys, I've had a change of heart. If you want to see each other, I can't stop you. I don't even want to. It's not worth it. So, Carl, go ahead, date my sister, please.
I don't want to date your sister.
And I don't want to date Carl. Turns out we were just doing this to annoy you.
Now you tell me.
Well, I've unfinished business with Ilsa.
So, Elsa, my fair Fraulein, may I interest you in a large cookie? It may be a bit stale.
Don't worry. I'm used to airline food.
My advice to George seems to have worked, albeit in a roundabout way. Although he and Mrs. Owens never found the perfect romantic spot, they had such fun trying that it rekindled a sense of adventure. Now they've come to appreciate the friendly confines of their own bedroom. As for the cookie wars, Wesley and I have called it truce. We've decided to dissolve our businesses. All that's left now is to dissolve the inventory.
We care who's watching.
I can't believe it. Is my little girl actually reading a college catalog?
Knowing her, she's probably just looking at the pictures.
I am not, you little dweeb. Hey, Mom, check out the men's swimming team.
Now, Mrs. Owens, remember you're already married to a strapping hunk of a man.
I just wanted to announce I'm taking a shower.
Oh, why? Did the neighbors complain again?
No, wise guy. It's just that with our plumbing, if anyone in Beaver Falls uses water at the same time, I get scalded redder than a lobster.
Oh, how dreadful. Well, I must do the laundry. Don't worry, George, I was just kidding. You don't have to worry about being scolded. The water heater broke again.
Oh, no. When did that happen?
Right after the septic tank backed up.
Any place is getting to be more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, Dad, why don't we buy a new house?
You mean move?
Yeah, she may be right. I mean, Kevin's gone. Heather will be going off to college soon. We don't really need all this space.
Well, what do you think, Belvedere? How would you feel about us moving?
Fine. So I can stay here.
On the China, never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kick your jacket as you came through the door? No one glares, but sometimes it's turned around and no one spared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the bed and fall. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live a good life yet.
You won't believe it. We found the perfect house for the Owens family.
Let me guess. It's in Amityville, and the walls ooze with blood.
Brand new. Sunken living room, skylights, cathedral ceilings.
Yeah, there's even a special place for you, big guy.
A guest room out back?
No, a walk-in pantry.
Now all we have to do is sell this place. I guess we better start lining up a realtor.
Well, who needs a realtor? You're a lawyer. You can handle the paperwork.
You know, you're right. We can sell this place ourselves. What could possibly go wrong?
I love it when they say things like that around here.
Kevin, this is such a perfect evening. Romantic music, flickering candles.
Yeah, and best of all, it's just the two of us. Alone.
Kevin! Who is that?
It's my neighbor. Oh, and don't be surprised if she's dressed like Barbara Eden.
They're asking.
Who's after you?
Excuse us. Now, come along.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, what's going on? Who is it?
My friend, the kidnapper.
I'm sorry about this. I'm Paul Cicchini. This is my wife, Madge.
Oh, hi, I'm Kevin Owens. And this is my friend, Monique.
Hi,
Hello.
we just came in from New York. Yeah, to put me away.
Now, Mother, we've talked about this. We simply feel it's time for Mother to be put in a home.
A home? Just like that?
Well, no, it's not exactly just like that. She's going to be 90 next week.
Oh, really? Happy birthday.
Ah, shut up. Mother, it's a lovely retirement community right here in town with lots of activities. Golfing, swimming, hiking. Why don't you take a hike? Kevin, help.
Oh, look, are you sure about this home thing?
Well, it's just that we feel that Mother should be looked after in a more supervised surrounding.
Well, you could try it, Miss Cicchini. Who knows? You might even like it.
We're sorry to intrude on your evening. Say goodbye to Kevin, Mother.
Goodbye, traitor.
Goodbye, Miss Cicchini. I'll come visit you.
So, where were we? Is it ever going to stop raining?
Perhaps you should consider buying an ark.
And we've been sitting here 3 hours and not even one looky-loo.
He said it was going to be a piece of cake.
Speaking of cake, when are we going to eat?
Yeah.
No eating. I don't want any crumbs in this house. Hear that, Heather? None of your boyfriends can come over.
Yeah, well, if you're here, the house won't pass pest inspection.
Hey, kid, knock it off.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it. Someone's actually coming up the walk.
Battle station. Everyone act normal.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Welcome to our lovely home.
We hope you find it warm and cozy.
Sure, why wouldn't I?
It's only you.
Nice to see you, too. Was it something I said?
What brings you back, Kevin?
Miss Cicchini.
Was she busted for belly dancing?
Word. Her son came and dragged her into some retirement home. I tried calling her. She won't even come to the phone.
Well, she's probably entertaining in the jacuzzi.
I'm really worried about her, Mr. Belvedere. Come on, let's go cheer her up in the rest home.
Good idea, Kevin. And if I'm lucky, they can put me up for the weekend.
Mrs. Cicchini! Surprise!
Mrs. Cicchini, how do you like your new home?
It sucks gopher guts.
What's wrong with it?
Everyone's old.
A retirement home with old people? What's the world coming to? We bought you some treats. Look, I have your favorite candy, a sugar daddy.
I don't want it.
Well, there's something I know you'll like. The swimsuit edition of Beefcake magazine.
Yeah, pumps in trunk.
No, thanks.
Belvedere, I've never seen her so down.
This is worse than I thought. Well, there's always one thing that perks her up.
What's that?
I regret that I have only one push to give for Mrs. Cicchini.
Why, Mr. Belvedere, you dropped your candy.
Oh, so I did. I shall have to bend over to pick it up. I'm bending over. Aren't you going to pinch my bottom, Mrs. Cicchini?
Weirdo.
Belvedere ordered a midnight pizza. He's fired.
Hi, we're the Pinckneys, Blair, Rose. We're here to see the house.
Now? You want to see the house now?
Hey, babe, we're nice people.
Now, what about tomorrow?
We're going to Atlantic City tomorrow. We're going to catch Murray Resort.
Anyway, your sign says open house. If it's not open, I call that false advertising.
Oh, gee, George, as long as we're up, we might as well show them around.
Well, what can it hurt?
Well, shall we start? This is the living room.
No, I thought it was the garage.
He kills me.
There you go, babe. I say we kill them both.
Now, this room features wainscoting on the walls and a gabled alcove.
What's going on? Who's this? We really winky?
That's our housekeeper. He's extra.
What are these strangers doing in my room?
We're showing the house to Blair and Rose. They're night people.
I don't care if they're vampires. Get them out of here. I think Spud here got up on the wrong side of the bed. Everybody go mad. Get out.
Okay, big guy. We're going. You got a picture of the Queen?
Uh-huh. Woo! She could use a facelift.
Wasn't the movie romantic, Kevin?
It sure was.
I mean, the way that French soldier got up from the trenches and ran all the way back to Paris just to be with the woman he loved.
Well, I'd do the same thing for you.
You would?
Well, sure. I'd much rather be with you than stuck in a hole choking on poison gas.
Man, you're such a romantic.
Oh, no, not again.
Are your lips secretly connected to that doorbell?
Don't worry. I'll get rid of whoever it is. Miss Chickini, what are you doing here?
I busted out. I'm a lamb. Oh, I see your chips here again.
Yeah, and we're kind of in the middle of something, so...
Hurry up. I want to go to bed. Well, Kevin, when you get a free minute, give me a call. Goodbye, Mrs. Cicchini. I'm sure you two will be very happy together. Tramp.
Look, Miss Cicchini, I know you didn't exactly like the home, but you can't just go busting out. And you can't even think about moving in here with me.
Fine. And I'll go live on the street and collect pennies in a tin cup.
All right. Look, you can spend the night. But only one night.
That's what we all say.
How's the open house going, Mrs. Owens?
Gangbusters. We have twice as many people as we had yesterday.
That makes 4.
By the way, can we have some more of that banana bread?
Oh, must I stop baking again?
Okay, I'll bake the banana bread.
Oh, no. We want to sell this house, not have it condemned. Let's try a shortcut.
Miss Belvedere, you have to help me. Miss Cicchini just skipped out of the retirement home.
And no one knows where she is?
Worse, she's living in my place.
Oh.
It's a nightmare. She's got doilies everywhere and little flowers. And she's picking out new drapes.
Good, you could use them. Does her son know what's going on?
Well, no, I didn't want to call him until I talked to you.
What do you want me to do?
Well, she won't listen to reason. I thought maybe she'd listen to you.
Thanks for the compliment. Well, don't just stand there. Let her son know what's going on. And after you've done that, turn over the banana.
Kevin?
No, it's me.
Oh, yummy. Hello, Lamb.
Mrs. Cicchini, you listen to me. You've been making a lot of folks very worried about you. You know your son only has your best interests at heart. You're going to have to deal with this. Have you nothing to say?
You have cute blue eyes.
I mean about your son.
He's an old fool.
What if he should report you missing?
That's my doubt. That was a glimpse of our luxury country charmer.
If you have any other questions, please feel free to call. We'd love to hear from you and your charming wife. What a couple of geese.
You know, it's funny. When I showed them my room, it was like I was seeing it for the first time.
That's because you picked up all your junk off the floor and you were seeing it for the first time.
No, I mean, I really began to appreciate how warm and friendly my room really is.
Hey, I'm going to miss my room, too. Especially my view of Fifi Huffnagel's shower.
You know, maybe this house isn't so bad after all.
Hi. We're filling Annie Paxton. We were driving by and we were knocked out by your exterior. You don't see much genuine Pennsylvania fieldstone.
Your house has fabulous curb appeal.
Our dog thinks so. Mind if we look around?
Oh, no, of course not. Here's the setup.
Annie, isn't this a magnificent living room? What a great fireplace.
Isn't that a charming little alcove? Oh, yeah, it is nice, isn't it? That's where I keep my books. When I was studying to be a lawyer, I spent a lot of time back there.
You know, I think that would be the perfect place for the jogging treadmill.
Idea. It's the perfect site for the wine and brie bar.
Uh-huh.
We'll look around on our own, if you don't mind.
I really think they like it here. And they even look like they can afford it.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Mrs. Cicchini, there are better ways to deal with your problems than to run away.
You're right. Let's run away together.
How's it going?
Don't ask.
Miss Cicchini, there's a couple people here who want to talk to you.
Mother, we came as soon as we heard.
Thank God this young man was nice enough to call and let us know where you were.
Blabbermouth. We were worried sick about you. Who's this? Lynn Belvedere, my fiancé.
Hey, congratulations, big guy.
Kevin, don't be a twit. We're not engaged.
We're just shacking up.
Okay, Mother, that's it. Now, come along. You've just got to come with us now.
No.
You mind if I say something?
No.
With all due respect, I can picture your mother in the chorus line sooner than I could at home.
What?
She may be 90, but she's bright and spry. And has the libido of a 20-year-old.
She's always pinching Mr. Belvedere's butt.
I only hope I have half her energy when I'm her age.
But she's living alone, and she told us there are muggers in the neighborhood. What about the danger?
I'll go easy on them.
Look, I'll keep an eye on her, I promise. I'll walk her to the store, I'll take out the trash.
And from time to time, I'll stop by and drop something.
She'll be fine.
And if there comes a time when she does need a little more care, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom. I guess these folks know you better than your own son does.
That's okay. Maybe because we live so far away and don't see you too much, we've been feeling a little guilty. That's all right, too.
So the owner rented out your place. You got any idea where you want to stay?
This is our favorite part of the house.
And if you're anything like us, you'll probably be spending a lot of time out here.
You know, you're right. Perfect place for the hot tub.
We'll have to get rid of that old tree.
Well, no problem. We'll have to tear it out. In fact, we'd have to tear out this whole patio.
You tear out the patio?
You know, I think we'd like to make an offer. Give us a minute, okay?
I don't want a hot tub out here.
George, I don't think that's going to be our decision.
Hey, Mom, if people have a calculator out, I think they want to buy the house.
Looks like it.
And they want to rip out the tree.
Not our tree. We planted it together.
Yeah, we watched it grow from a tiny sapling into something so big it produces nuts.
Just like your parents.
And they want to tear up the patio.
Oh, Lord, not the patio. I'm sorry. It's just when I think of all your moronic problems that I've solved out here, I get misty-eyed.
Think of it. The new house doesn't even have a patio.
Where would we go to confess to Mr. Belvedere?
Maybe we could reserve a booth at Donut World.
You know what I think? A house without a patio is like a beer without a belch.
So few people quote Emily Dickinson.
Okay, we've talked it over. And we'd like to make an offer. $160,000.
Nah.
162? Nah. 170?
Nah.
Let them get you, Owen. What's your bottom line? My bottom line is we've learned this is our home, and
We don't want to give it up.
Gosh, I'm disappointed. I don't know what to say. Honey.
Well, there's still time for tennis.
Ciao.
Well, Dad, I guess now you're going to have to fix the plumbing and the water heater and the septic tank.
Well, we'll manage. Just like we always do.
That's scary.
Gee, I forgot how broken down the house is.
This house isn't broken down. It's broken in.
Yeah. Kind of like Mr. Belvedere.
They found a home they love. It's the one they already have. And Mrs. Cicchini found a new apartment in her building and will move in as soon as they install her waterbed. In the meantime, Kevin has placed her in a temporary residence.
Hello, ma'am. Want to play some strip poker?
Tomorrow at 6 on Mr. Belvedere. Mr. Belvedere is surprised